Captain, if you would present us a log, please. What little you can give, anyway, given this current star date.
Captain's log stardate 60077.9. We are 2 days out from the Prashu system and currently heading through the Epsilon subsector. I designated a set of systems we were looking to scout out for the Narendra fleet. Hopefully we should arrive there in the next couple of days or weeks, depending on how fast we wish to go. Nothing has come up over these last 2 days, but at least we're close enough if Narendra need anything. End log. Yeah, there wasn't a fantastic amount to work with there.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes. In the lounge, the general lounge aboard the Achilles, it is trailing end of Alpha Shift. Some people are getting their something to munch on, or before they hit the bridge at the moment, because you're in open space. It's explored stars. There's not a condition greens, the standard. There's no pirate alert or anything. The question becomes, who, if anyone, is hanging about in the lounge?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Commander Thrall. In the lounge, you see a few cadets and ensigns relaxing and enjoying themselves. Someone was saying something? I might have interrupted.
I was gonna say I think Ven would probably go.
Okay, so Cadet Ven come into the lounge, noticing a few of your fellow cadets and the XO of the boat entering into the same lounge as you. The rush of stars zooming past the archways ahead. One of the servers looks over at Commander Thralic.
Something light, Synthale.
Synthale, aye. Pulls up a glass, cracks open a bottle, which an extra bit of creature comfort aboard in the lounge. Mm. Although you know it's still replicated. They just replicate the bottle and store them to kind of give an extra feel. Pour out a amber drink that approximates the flavor of a particular popular brand of Synthale.
Mm-hmm.
The stout hero, although it isn't a stout, and you don't think this would be the hero of anyone's drink menu, but hey, it's what it's called. It's what they put on the bottle.
Yeah. She'll take that and just head over to a table, sit down, and start looking at some pads.
This is me relaxing.
Exactly that.
Cadet, what are you up to as you appear to be peering out into the stars?
Yeah,
or you're sitting at one of the tables.
No. Ven's peering out into the stars, watching them go by, doing that thing that they always did in Next Gen, where he's just, watching the stars. After a few minutes, he'll probably step away and go over to the table with the other cadets.
And the cadets are chatting amiably about their duties for the day. Last couple of days have been pretty, everyone's nice and relaxed because it was an intense couple of days for the the medical emergency that you all went through. So yeah, everyone's kind of unwinding, catching up on old work that had to be set aside. Some people ask how Sensors is doing, and so on. Ensign Silic is going over a particular bit of Starfleet protocol and helping the other cadets out. Not an official lesson, more of a hey, just so you know, for next time sort of thing.
Yeah. I can't quite tell because of her token border. What department is the ensign?
She is with the flight department. She's one of the small craft pilots.
Okay.
So you don't see her a ton on the bridge, but she would be one of
Yeah.
the dedicated shuttle pilots.
Okay.
Bazan's listening in on like knowing about proper protocols on approaching, starports. Cicero is kind of asking about how to use the phaser banks on a shuttle versus another large target, that sort of thing. And so it's just Vulcan being a Vulcan, just answering the questions, and everyone seems to be everyone's nerding out a little bit about shuttles for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because the cadets need the extra work.
Yeah,
They need the extra studying.
Although whenever cadets are all and Select get into one of those like Vulcan back and forths, Ven will just lean over to Vizan and go like, "Oh God, there's two of them."
Well, yes, there is, says Silic. Nods purposefully.
Humor.
Thralic, is there anything in particular you're looking up, or are you just getting a general feel of the ship?
Just catching up on something that she's been putting off a bit, I think. And, grabbing a synthale in the meantime, basically.
Reason plus command, difficulty 2, as you look over the reports and see if there's anything that is worth following up on after tomorrow. It's like there's some stuff you can hand off to like Bizan or someone else in the command department, but there's some stuff you have to deal with, or this needs the captain's signature, so you really probably shouldn't deal with it, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Team dynamics here?
Yeah.
All right.
As you're trying to figure out which part of the team should be handling the problem, if anyone. Because some problems you just leave alone. It's like, nope, that's a problem, but one we can just let lie.
Yeah. I'll give you a threat for 1 extra die here.
Okay.
Why not? Yeah. Get a momentum.
Yeah, you're looking over it, and one thing that's been done within the last couple of days, there has been the shift back of the various bulkheads that kind of took the last couple of days to do to get the security department back to full running. That just got done. So you read through some reports and find out, someone was complaining they needed more room for this, that, and the other, and then the next report is finished moving this into place. This room is now normal. So one person doesn't know the other person's already solved the problem. They're asking you to fix.
Mm-hmm.
So that happens. Sometimes the paperwork just doesn't arrive at your desk fast enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, your security's back to full power. Medical is missing the extra space, but they understand that this isn't a hospital ship. This is a Pathfinder ship. They need a hospital boat, hospital ship. There are those in the fleet. This isn't one of them.
If they wanted to keep the room, they would never hear the end of it from the security guys.
Yeah. Like, what are you gonna do? Use the torpedoes as beds? No. We need to put these torpedoes somewhere. You know how many different kinds we have on this damn thing? We have 3 sets.
At least 12.
You cannot use the torpedo tube as a bed.
Well, what if we put a scanner in there? No.
There's one button press from disaster.
Yeah, it really is.
We cut up to the bridge. And the cadet is not there. Thralic is not there. Penn and Ryloff, you're kind of on the tail end of the Alpha shift. All's well. You get both of you have a report that you're looking at another no more than 6 days to get to your destination. It's all open space between here and there, though.
Great.
You get a ping from the ranger station, just a quick, "Yep, we see you." Yeah, there's nothing for them to report. It's only been 2 days, so they're like, "Oh, you're still there? Okay, good. We're just letting you know that you're not lost."
Yeah, we
The great thing about
probably.
flying through a heavily controlled subsector is that it's easy to the ship practically flies itself. Point in a direction, verify against the starbase, keep going.
Yeah, I think we probably would have sent off the report about Prashu and maybe something about maybe the Lighten maybe dropping in to see if they can start some talks, but nothing what we could do really.
Yeah.
Yo, hey, second contact, boys, go.
Yeah. Probably gonna be. You actually get a pretty quick. Not even from the admiral. It just happens through the command mail line, if you get what I mean. Where the Lighten, isn't it? Yeah, the Carrick's the small one.
Yeah,
The Lighten the Lighten commander basically says something along the lines of, "Will be over encrypted channels, of course. That they'll when they get a chance, they'll follow up on that as soon as they can. They're just wrapping up what they're doing right now, but they agree. They think second contact should be priority. The admiral hasn't signed off on it yet, but between two captains both saying this is a good idea, you're pretty sure Grennan isn't going to stamp his feet and go, "No, I'm not going to let you." It's like, no.
I mean, if he did, Penn would have to go there and slap some sense into him.
Yeah. And hey, I mean, Admiral Grennan takes Penn's recommendations very seriously.
Someone has to.
Except when it comes to his dating life.
Anyway.
Ensign Drebin speaks up. Sir, I'm noticing a navigational anomaly off our starboard bow. I don't know how to say this, sir. think I'm looking at a rogue star system.
Well, that's
A bunch of planets, but no star. They're just sitting there.
Oh. Well, I'm sure we could have a visit before we... Yeah, let's get closer to it. It shouldn't be too much of a delay.
Sure kind of taps away and looks around.
Ooh,
No, it's we can divert. It shouldn't at most it would add a day to our travel, but that's it at worst. Assuming we don't stick here for a while, stick around for a while.
Well, we are on exploration, so we've just found something to explore.
Ensign Drebin, are you sure that you saw that at the coordinates you gave me? Yeah, Lieutenant. It's nothing wrong with the sensors. So Sure kind of looks over her shoulder. Captain, our charts don't show anything here, and this subsector has been thoroughly explored even by the Kismet and Company years ago. I don't know how we missed a star system this big.
Well, let's do it like this. If it is a misread for some reason, it's just an extra day's worth of travel. If it isn't, it's something new and definitely worth taking a look at. If it's a threat, it's definitely something we need to take a look at.
Aye, sir.
So either way, it looks like this is a good time for diversion.
Aye, sir. Mending course.
Just remember to send a updated flight path to Narendra.
Aye, sir. She taps that away. Until she looks up. Lieutenant Ryloff, could you encrypt this update for me, please?
Very well.
Thank you. Tap, 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 tap. As you get basically the exact thing she's reporting, but she can't. Normally, she just fired off herself, but because you have a sort of semi-standing order of encrypting everything, that means a lot of stuff's passing through tactical a lot more often than would otherwise happen.
Charming.
Yay, more work for you.
But definitely the stuff that needs it, but stuff like personal messages, maybe not so much.
No. Okay. So this is what, control engineering?
Control
Something.
engineering, you're setting the encryption. So you're setting the difficulty of how hard it is for someone to overhear it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, not read it, not overhear it.
To crack it.
Yeah.
I mean, could he play for security?
It is an engineering task to encrypt because you
Yep.
have to mess with it. But it's
I don't-
it's a tactical thing to do because security has to double up on it. Because security is usually the guys who have the knowledge to encrypt things.
Paranoia focus?
I'll take it at increased complication.
I'm starting to think we might need to create a tactical NPC as an encryption officer.
And that's what Pava was with the intelligence section.
Well, we'll just bring her across.
An intelligence off that looks great.
Here's the funny thing: it's control engineering, but it's assisted by communication security.
Yeah.
Just one of those weird quirks of STA.
I'll give you a momentum, and we'll try to hit 3.
Okay.
Because it's not like the most critical thing. We're going here. Fucking
You're making an effort.
brilliant.
Wow.
18. That is like my worst roll ever.
That was yikes.
1 second. That is abysmal, and I will not have it stand.
We're kicking off the night, right?
And
Here
that
we
does not
go.
fall under any of our mission directives.
Well, not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Because I think it would fall under one of the new ones when they come into play.
Yeah. Say, my loyalties to the chain of command, and I'm not fucking this up for the chain of command.
Oh, for determination spin?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Fuck that. That is abysmal.
Come on, complication.
I was gonna say, man, just watch.
Damn it, I didn't keep it either. Okay.
You get an encrypted acknowledged from Narendra. You have to spend an extra bit of time because you encrypt it to the point where you're like, wait, I just used Romulan encryption. They're gonna wonder why they're getting Romulan encryption signals from a Starfleet vessel. Hold on, no, this is Starfleet. Don't worry, I'm just using a different code. It's
And then
fine.
we'll get like a message being like, "You have a spy aboard." It's like, fuck.
Like, unless
Been the
that guy's me,
complication.
no. Yeah, but no, you're able to dig it out. You kind of realize it on your own. You're about to send it off, and you're like, wait, that will be gibberish to them. Try again. And the message is away.
ETA till new destination.
ETA.
It's only taking us a day out of schedule. I'd assume a day.
Well, I'm trying to get a general like hour time so I can decide what time like shifts.
Assuming sensors are correct, I'm looking at 3 hours.
I assume
Not too far out of the way. So we're definitely going into beta shift by that point, sir.
Understood. I'm sure a few of Alpha can still stay on, depending on, and if it's not too much, we'll just leave it for beta.
Give me Presence Command difficulty 2. Just to see if you have a bit of how many go-getters there are in Alpha Shift right now who want to stick around that aren't you and Ryloff. Because some people are like, I really want to go away right now.
Yeah, well, it's optional, but focus of lead by example.
Yep. If you're staying. No, you all have to stay. I'm going to bed. Screw all you.
I'll give you a threat.
Captain needs his beauty nap. Clearly.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. He's shouting all the time.
Reroll.
You generate a momentum. Even everyone kind of... actually, Sarai isn't there. She's down there. I forgot. Would be some other... Actually, you're at a tactical, so we'll put a named person over there. So... Everyone kind of... There is a look around the room. No one's opposing the order or the suggestion, rather. You don't make it strictly an order. It's more of a, we can stick around. And some people are like, you know what? Yeah, sure, why not? Like a lot of the bridge crew are like, yeah, we could wait around a couple more hours. If it's something cool, great. If it isn't, we can always go to bed later and just start our next shift a little later. Gamma won't mind. It's only a 3-hour shift.
It's not going to throw everyone out of whack too much.
No. And we cut back to the lounge. Throlic, one of your pads has a little alert light blinking on it as it shows that the time schedule has been modified.
All right.
Which is usually something you do or the captain does.
I'll check and make sure that's gone through proper channels.
It appears that a good portion of the bridge alpha shift is staying on for an extra 3 hours. So everyone else basically there's a few requests of like shifting timetables around, and some people. That's not a huge shift. It's a lot of just you approving that this actually happened, and that you're alerting all the department heads that yep, this is the order. Don't worry about it. We're doing this on purpose.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep. And it also lists that the ship is diverting its course to undocumented star system. I'll be able to give you roughly where you are. It is...
Oh, we love rogue planetoids.
Oh, it's not just a rogue planetoid; it's a rogue system.
Planetoids.
6, 7, 8.
Yes.
There's
Yeah.
multiple. I was correct.
Yes, the S.
Get technical with the Romulan fuckboy. I'm sorry, cadet, but it means the same thing.
Damn.
Undocumented star system 0710.
And right there, we have the reason why I will not get any positive reputation tonight.
Yeah.
See, you say
Yeah.
that, but the captain wouldn't really care that much.
No, but the one stuffy Vulcan admiral will.
No, it's not the stuffy Vulcan, it's the stuffy human now.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Brennan's
Fucking
the
Brennan.
admiral.
He's like, you can't bully the cadets. It's like, yes, you can.
Yeah, I think Grinnon might have a thing against Romans. He might have a personal issue with them. Kind of took his friend away and all.
True. Yeah.
Oh,
Suck it up.
So yeah, upon seeing that, Throg's gonna sigh, finish the glass of Synthale, and head to her quarters to get some sleep in case something does happen in 3 hours.
Okay.
It's called being prepared.
Yeah. Exactly. Responsible.
Someone has to be.
rude.
It's not going to be the captain.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Whoopsie. Cool. No, way too tense. New scene, by the way. Sorry.
Oh no, the one momentum's gone. How will we ever live?
We won't.
Without momentum,
Cadet Ben,
apparently.
Yes.
you step out of the turbo lift and got a little tired. You kind of had some time. You were able to hang out with your cadet friends for a bit, chat, but you have to get some rest. get some downtime before your next alpha shift starts, which you had a chance to glance at your pad as you're heading back to your quarters to notice that the shift's been moved up by 3 hours because current alpha shift stayed on a little extra. So some of the classes got moved around a bit, which it's no huge deal. You have plenty of time to be alerted. So.
Oh, okay. So am I needed up on the bridge then?
No, not at the moment. It's people are volunteering to stay on extra because they saw something, but there's no elevated alert status. It's still green, and you've probably by this point been informed of the course detour. Actually, the entire ship would have been by this point.
Oof, okay. I should get some rest, so I'm not totally burned out. I'm sure there'll be plenty for me to do when my shift starts back up again.
So where do you start heading, cadet?
Gonna head to my room.
Probably this way.
Yeah.
You think?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. Door doesn't open.
Hmm?
The door doesn't move. You practically almost walk into it, wondering why it's not opening. Like, whoa, what?
Did I walk over to the door chime and like I press it. Do I hear anything?
You hear it make a noise, and then you see gibberish on the computer display.
Then just sort of rubs his eyes, blinks. Okay. Ven is going to walk across the hall to like an L-Cars display on the wall and see if he can't pull up like I'm sure there's a thing where it's like submitting like an engineering request, like a a services request.
Yeah, you tap up. You kind of come into close contact, kind of wave your hand near the smart glass, and the glass lights up. It shows a outline of the Achilles, and you see gibberish in the L-Cars. The buttons are all there; they're all in the right places. But if this is a language, it's no language you've ever been taught in the academy or any you've encountered.
What?
I mean, clearly the translator's not picking it up.
This is more than just my quarters. He taps his comm badge. Cadet Ven to engineering.
Your comm badge makes a dull noise as you tap it, indicating that the transmission did not go through, either because someone stopped it or there's something wrong with the communication system.
And like does it a couple like he frustratingly taps at his comm badge a couple more times, and it makes that ding sound at him, presumably a couple more times before he stops.
Because there's a 1 in a million chance it's just device error. The device just kind of forgot how to work for a second. Yeah, tap again. There, now it worked. Why? I don't know.
No,
Machines are weird sometimes.
Yeah, no, this time, no. Okay. That's weird. Okay. He's going to reach to his belt, take out his tricorder. What's my tricorder interface looking like?
Gibberish.
Oh. What? Okay.
I'm really taking the time out for this prank.
Ven is going to go over to a turbo lift. Oh,
Jesus Christ!
Ow!
Is that the sound the turbo lift makes?
Everyone all right?
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
Not sure what that was.
I think a smoke alarm just went off.
Oh.
If I had to guess.
Yeah.
Talk about catching us all unawares, Jesus.
What the? Why is the thing I'm trying to move not going away? Come here. It is in the map player, so why won't you delete? I think that was on Ben's end. He must be
Oh
settling
yeah,
something.
that was most certainly on his end.
Yeah, someone just walked through a door. Ven, why are you not wearing any pants? Go back to your quarters.
What are you doing, computer? Stop.
I think that's what he's saying right now. Hey, I was right. Fire alarm.
Hmm?
I mean, it's not
Oh,
exactly a
okay.
great thing that I was right, but hey, I was right.
Yeah.
On that case,
Funky.
back here.
Mm.
I'll reset the scene here in a moment. I was kind of doing something as I was running the scene, so I kind of got caught.
Yeah.
I think, to be fair, everyone got caught.
Well,
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Well,
go
I think
to
that's
the map
fair to
layer.
say.
There we go. All right then. So we will instead pick on Commander Throlic.
Hey now.
You're in a
I'll start.
turbo lift.
Uh,
The doors do not
Great.
open when you get up to the first to deck 1.
Okay. Uh, reach for the emergency release lever.
Kind of reach at it and grapple with it for a second.
And like lever that around a little bit to get it to open and be able to manually actuate the door open.
Give it a good tug. Give me control engineering difficulty of 1.
Right? Close quarters combat. Good at moving my weight around.
At complication.
Yeah, I'll take it. Mostly just because it's fun. There we go.
Yeah, you're able to kind of haul the door open. You step out into the hall, and this is deck 2, not deck 1. You're 1 floor too low, even though the turbolift said it put you at deck 1.
Computer, is there any maintenance going on with the turbolifts?
You're
Commander Throlic to engineering. Report.
you hear silence.
Various Andorian curses. Fortunately, not translated. Gonna find the nearest Jeffrey's tube and try and start making my way up to the bridge. That way.
Fitness con difficulty 2
Mm-hmm.
to get up there in a timely manner.
The trait climber.
I don't see how that works.
Really? Yeah. If one.
Hey.
Calling
We'll
hacks.
focus though. Hey. Did it. I did it.
And you climb your way up to deck 1. Meanwhile, in engineering,
Why, hello, Mr. Allen.
Lieutenant Arlen,
Yes, sir.
you basically Alpha Shift was wrapping up, and you got informed that there was that bridge Alpha Shift was hanging around for another 3 hours to look at some anomaly they saw. Still green alert. They weren't worried about it. They just people are just hanging about to look at it some more. You hang around engineering, kind of just double checking some stuff. Most of the shift, you're kind of on minimal staff at the moment. When you get into beta, gamma shifts, and you're running green, you don't really need a ton of people. Most of the people are wandering around the corridors or Jeffrey's tubes, checking things, doing level 5 diagnostics, like very low level, not even level 5, level 3 diagnostics, doing quick checks. And as you're working away on your computer, you're just finishing up some work. Something else kind of niggling in the back of your head. And all of a sudden, your console is spouting gibberish at you. Like all of a sudden, all the numbers you're seeing like Cyrillic, you're seeing like Vulcan swirls, you're seeing Klingon characters. Like it's just a mess.
Am I recognizing them all as characters, or is it sheer gibberish?
Sheer gibberish.
okay.
None of this makes sense. If it is a language, it's not one you've ever heard of.
I'm gonna ask someone else in engineering. Hey, are you getting this?
No one else is in engineering at the moment. You're all alone.
Damn it! I'm gonna walk over to another console to see if that works. If that one's showing the same error, see if it's isolated to one. See if it's isolated to one console or if it's system wide.
The other console seems to have it.
That's not a good sign. Tap my comm badge. Bridge engineering.
Mer. Your combat chirps that annoying chirp when the comm system is either being denied by security or there's something wrong with the comm system.
Lovely. Arlen to Uzef.
Mer.
Arlen into Satal.
Mer.
Okay, so I'm gonna give up on that. However much fun it is making you make that noise. All right then. Computer core. All right, is that on this deck or is that another deck?
It's on a different deck. It's still part of the SAR drive though. So it's just like it's like no more than a deck or two away from you.
Actually, I'm going to try to see if I can use a pad to tap into the computer air systems and get control that way, or if that's going to produce the same error.
You open up your pad, you see gibberish the minute it links up with the computer system. Like
What
it
if
links,
I-
it connects, it can hear the computer core. It's just spouting gibberish at you the minute you try to pull anything out of it.
What if I put it in airplane mode?
It like just basically make the pad its own thing.
Yeah, make
The
it
pad
tap
gives
its own
you
thing,
all
disconnect
LCAR
it.
setup.
Does the pad work normally besides the fact that it's an airplane?
It seems to. The buttons are doing what they're supposed to. Notepad file is opening. Music programs plays music.
Okay, so it's something.
Calculator seems to calculate.
2 + 2 = math.
Actually, I'm going to go one step further here and let you do reason plus science, unfortunately. Difficulty of 2.
Okay. Uh, technical insight or tinkering.
Technical insight.
Science.
You know what's supposed to work.
I'll give you a threat.
Sure.
You're having fun with it.
You verify that your pad is in fact functional in and of itself, and you even change it to a couple languages. It's a couple that you already were taught in the academy, and you do a couple that you would know what it was. You wouldn't be able to read it, but you'd know what it was. Like Vulcan, like that's Vulcan swirl set, or that's a Klingon character set. You change the color schemes. Like you're doing all kinds of troubleshooting to try to figure out if anything in the pad on its own is broken. The pad working just fine. There's nothing. The LCAR's logic is fine. It's
Okay,
only when it's
so-
talking to the main computer that it starts having a problem.
And you're saying that it's not like, am I seeing different words in different languages, or is it like each character is an entirely different script?
It looks like it's an entirely different script. It's possible that it's actually a language and you just don't know the character set and it just happens to look familiar, but that's a long shot. The Starfleet teaches you a lot of languages to know on site, so you could at least guess that that's Andorian or that's Dominion lettering. You know, like you may not be able to read it, but you'd know what it is.
And being able to identify if it is a discrete language, which I don't have the insight for.
You can try though. It is a roll of insight plus engineering, actually, or
I am
con.
back.
Difficulty of 3. Welcome back. I'll be picking on you again in a moment, Cadet.
Sorry about that.
It happens. Glad you're all right.
Sure. Insight engineering. Starfleet protocols. First contact protocols. See, is this a language? Is this
Sure.
yeah, is this communications? And 3 threat. Have fun with it.
Sure. It occurs to you as you bank that momentum that it isn't a language issue. You recognize the error. It's an error that doesn't happen anymore on Federation computers. It's a problem that used to happen when the Earth first joined, when Earth was encountering new species. OS incompatibility. The computers couldn't talk to each other, so you just kind of get fed gibberish. But it's not. It's a stable file system. It's just the wrong kind of file, not compatible
And
with
the
current
computer-
OS.
Yeah, the current OS has no idea how to read that file.
And it's
Okay.
and LCARS is very advanced, so it will spit out what it can and try to. And the computer, you even know that computer cores try to be adaptive, somewhat heuristic, so they try to fix those gaps for you. That's why they're so fast. But there's only so far you can go. If I'm working on MS DOS and you're working with Vulcan operating system 226, I'm sorry, there's just no bridging that gap. That's too wide. Unless you know what OS you're trying to talk to, then you can emulate and talk to it, or get it, or translate what it's trying to tell you. So it's not a language issue. It's an OS file issue. The file system seems to be.
Oh,
corrected.
awesome! I'm gonna emulate Windows 97 on LCARS.
Oh, please! I probably did that in high school on a dare.
When would this ever
awesome.
come up?
Awesome. So I am. Can I recall if we received any hey, we are checking out this strange energy signature, or there's this weird computer that we're trying to link up with, or anything of that nature?
Nope. The only thing you got from the bridge was that they were diverting course toward a anomalous star system. And ETA was 3 hours, hence why they were hanging around for an extra 3 hours up there. You only hang around 3 hours down here because you're doing something for yourself. Like you were just kind of like, I'll use my free time to work on this before I go to bed. And it's like, oh, then this happened, and now you have a problem, and now you can't talk to the rest of the ship currently.
Well, sounds like we found something anyways. I'm going to make my way to the computer core at least. Get to the root of the
You wa-
problem.
You walk over to the doors do not open.
Manual override.
Control engineering difficulty 1 as you find a manual thing and kind of. Actually, if you fitness, I'm wrong. Fitness engineering, I'm wrong. Because you're
Little-
muscling something.
Little did Arlen know that the computer was trying to run Doom.
Can it run Doom?
Emergency repairs. Being able to open doors that won't open it would be part of emergency repairs.
It's in the same school. I'll take it. It's in the same school of thought. Sometimes when you get to an area, you have to force a door open.
All right.
Because the door itself
one
might be
threat.
the bit that's broken. Yep, 1 threat. Aye. 2
And
momentum
let's go.
generated.
Let's go fishing.
You're able to force it open, and on a glance, you see the warp core. You see its lights, the various displays around it, and everything's fine. It seems to be running normally. It isn't unstable, but then again, the only reason you know that's because you're looking at it.
Ooh, that's gonna
If
be
anything goes wrong, the computer probably will try to tell you, and you won't know what's wrong. Eventually, you do see some
can I
engineering people finally claw their way into the room as they start forcing open doors to get into the area you're in. Because
Can I tell
yeah,
if
some people
we're-
are probably
we're-
trying to get in. You're going like, we can't get into the warp core room. That's not good. That's not safe at all. So you're
tell if
engineering.
we're
You
at
have your
warp speed?
engineering power back.
Can I tell if we're at warp speed?
Say again. Sorry.
Can I tell if we're at warp speed due to the warp core activity?
Insight engineering difficulty 2.
Technical insight.
Yeah.
And take a threat.
Sure. There's one float out there. It appears you are not running at warp. You're running at standard green running. Probably it doesn't even look, and by the sound, it doesn't sound like the impulse engine's running. You're probably at best you're moving at maneuvers, but it's hard to tell if you're moving because that's so slow. The warp core would barely notice.
Okay. I'm gonna tell my people. All right, we seem to have an U.S.S issue going on. Can we get an ad hoc communication grid up that bypasses the ship's internal LCAR system?
Give me 2 momentum. You'll establish the advantage that someone in an engineering team already has something like that.
Sure, spend it.
Yeah. Just some project they were working on for giggles, and they didn't think it was going to be relevant, but okay, sure. It's not great, but it'll work. You're able
So
to
we
type
at
out
least-
text message. You basically be able to go peer to peer from pad to pad, and you're able to talk to someone's pad directly, separate from the system.
It was a class project that Zeft was working on.
Sounds good. Let's start establishing this protocol. Get in contact with if the bridge and the senior staff and establish this peer-to-peer connection into all other departments on the ship. And I want a small team to come with me to the computer core.
Aye, sir. Meanwhile, Cadet. Last I checked, you were looking at a tricorder and you saw gibberish.
Come on! He puts the tricorder back on his belt. Alright, let's see. Like, he's looking around. He's gonna try and see if the turbo lift doors will open when he approaches.
Nope.
Presses a button. Presumably, they also do not open.
Yeah, they make a noise and you see gibberish on the display, but nothing happens.
Okay. Great. I am effectively in a locked room. Corridor. Let's see. Do I know where the nearest Jeffries tube access might be?
Yeah, you find it. They're clearly labeled for emergencies like this.
Okay. Well, into the tubes I go. Oh, and he opens it up, looks inside, and says, "Oh boy, I've only ever done this on the holodeck."
Where are you crawling to, cadet?
Um, Currently, I think his best bet would be to. Depends on what deck I'm on. Like, which is closer, engineering or the bridge?
Engineering.
Okay, then he's gonna start making his way back down towards engineering.
Fitness plus con difficulty 2, as you're trying to get there in a timely manner and trying not to get lost.
Oh, awesome.
Because it's not like the
Man.
computer's going to help you. Or
Yeah.
it just fails automatically. So
Beautiful. Fitness, con, diff 2. I am going to spend a momentum. No focus. Okay, here we go. Hey!
and
That
Cadet Finn
one.
is able to crawl away to the bridge.
Huh?
One moment, I'm about to sneeze.
The bridge.
No, the scene goes to the bridge.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be catching up with the cadet and the chief engineer in a second. Oh, pardon me, sorry. So we know these two are going to meet up somewhere along the way, because you guys are roughly you're going to intersect with each other. Cadet's role is not relevant to this time. Cabal is somewhere. And Pend, you've been probably not in a happy mood as your whole bridge just goes dead. Like everyone's reporting gibberish, everyone's trying to give ideas. You're almost like everyone's trying to do quick diagnostics, and then Thralla comes crawling out of one of the Jeffries tubes onto the bridge.
Can I do the equivalent of clapping my hands really loudly to gain the attention of the bridge?
Everyone stops the minute you clap your hand. Sir.
And everyone's talking gibberish, correct?
No, they're speaking normal.
Okay, everyone, let's not panic. Let's figure out what's gone wrong, and let's get it sorted out. Okay?
Aye, sir. One of the officers kind of comes over to Throg and helps her up, like, oh, hi.
Yep.
There's probably a half moment of, oh, friendly. Hello.
Thank you, Ensign.
Commander, not the usual way to enter the bridge.
I hope you'll forgive my rude entrance then, Captain.
Pend, you hear a beeping coming from the pad stowed into your chair.
I shall remove said pad.
You pull it out, and you see a text message from Lieutenant Arlen.
What does this text message read?
Good question, Arlen.
Did you want me to dictate that?
Hey, it's your message. You can tell him as much or as little
Okay.
as you think is relevant.
Ship broke.
Ship broke. Make ship go.
Make ship go.
Possible IO error with the computer core en route now to establish repairs. Here's the protocol for the peer-to-peer communication network to use in the meantime.
You now have a makeshift comm system.
Yep, and also request if we received any transmissions or data scans just before this event hit.
Okay, so I'll hand the new comms protocol to Thralic to deal with, in whichever way she decides. Ensign Dreeman?
Sir.
The engineer believes our recent scans may have caused this. Apparently, we have an OS error.
That makes sense.
If you can give me a detailed report of what we actually got, that way we can send it to him and hopefully. Oh shit! I'm gonna get treatment to do that.
As Draven does what he can to explain what's going on, because this is rather anomalous and doesn't happen on modern starships. But he it's a possible role because he has somewhere to start from. Arlen did the groundwork of getting him somewhere to even start. He's like, that whole time he was like, I have no clue what's causing this. This could be an attack. This could be a bug eating our wires. Like, who knows? Oh, it's an OS error. Oh, okay. Well, in that case,
Focus in sensors.
yeah.
Would you allow the computer expertise talent to kick in?
Unfortunately, no. The ship is not helping you.
Fair enough.
Normally, it would though.
Difficulty free comfort. If that's just to say, Pen can't really direct him, can he? Not for this.
You can direct whoever you want. You're the captain.
No, I'm just saying it doesn't really make sense. It's like, you
Oh,
tell me thing I need to know.
that's what Brendan did most of the series.
Well, yeah. No, I'll spend.
Admiral. What's the standing? What's the Admiral standing bonus, by the way?
Oh, yeah. I'd say it's not pathfinding. It's the stellar cartography one. I think is that's one of them. Hang on, I have to look at exactly which one they are.
Negotiation, strat tactics, stellar cartography.
Stellar cartography. That's the one. Yeah.
Okay.
The Admiral bonus is stellar cartography.
And I'll spend 3 momentum for 2 dice.
Okay. Gain a momentum. Well, sir, from what I can tell, we don't. I mean, I have to do this manually, but I'm not seeing a short in our panel, and I'm not seeing any intrusion alerts on the computer. We weren't receiving; we were broadcasting and recording sensor pings. So we're just reading. Think a sonar sound wave. We're waiting for it to bounce off of something, and then we receive the active ping. So that's all we were really waiting on, plus our passive sensors. But there's no computer data or communication data being broadcasted over that. Nothing on subspacing, nothing on sensors anyway. And I'm checking over my pad. I don't see any scheduled experiments on the core. The next experiment was due to be done the next time we pulled into dock, but I shelved that for later since it wasn't a priority. It was just a science project for the cadets to work on. But I didn't want us to be messing around with the core while we were underway. So whatever this is, sensors didn't do it, and no one, as far as I'm aware, has been fiddling with the core.
Fair enough. As it stands, transfer any data we received from the ping to the engineer. Hopefully he'll give him an idea of where to start with for the computer core.
Sir? What do you do, officers?
Frog's gonna set up just go around and make sure that the everybody's pads have the encryption or the protocol set up so that they can talk to their own departments throughout the ship now.
Yep. You now have the ship has reestablished communication internally. It'll be basically anything you have to do, if you have to do a presence direct or something that requires directing other people on the ship, it will be at reduced. As long as it has nothing to do with computers, you can still do it. It's just that you will be at increased difficulty because you have to do it through this weird peer-to-peer text message system, which is incredibly slow compared to normal systems. And anything that does computers just won't work because computers not of any help right now. But all the other systems still work. Like the torpedoes still leave the torpedo tubes. The phasers still charge up. Like everything's still working.
All right.
It's just the computer that seems to be fighting you. And comms because and actually, sorry, anything computers or comms. My bad. Sorry. But you've reestablished a sort of internal comms, but you can't talk to the outside world right now until you fix that problem.
Well, then I'd like to start doing one of the wonderful jobs that EXO has to do is see what reports are starting to come in from people now that this has been established, and see if any areas are blank, that kind of thing.
Give me presence engineering, presence command, difficulty 3.
All right. Team dynamics.
Yeah.
All right. Use 1 momentum for an extra die. And this is a lot of repetitive work, so the trait tireless.
I'll take it because I did interrupt your sleeping time.
No, not challenge dice. All right, I hit it.
I mean, you rolled fitness con, but yeah.
Sure did. I'm not all the way here tonight.
I assume 13 hits?
Yeah, 13 hits.
You have 3 hits on the table. So you just nailed it. Yeah, so
plus trait, so generate 1.
Plus trait.
Is your presence... is your command 4?
My command is 5.
Then we get another one because the last one's a crit.
Oh. All over the place. Wonderful.
You are able to establish that computers and comm systems are temporarily disabled by an unknown source. So you don't have any breaches or anything. Eventually, Arlen and Ben, you actually encounter each other near the computer core. And you're able to verify that the core is... Even the people who are in the computer core are just baffled. They don't know why the core is feeding them nonsense.
Well, this is something. Where should we begin, sir?
Let's see if we can isolate sections of the computer core, different and subroutines, and see if they are affected or if this is universal to the subroutines.
Okay.
Okay, you're looking at an extended task here, friends. One moment. Captain bend the bridge to the bridge. Sensors and tactical work together to give us eyes outside of the ship. Okay.
Oh, hey. Neat. Okay,
Basically, you guys have one attempt, and then I'm gonna check in with everyone else, see what they're doing while you're working on that.
Okay. I think I can. I think I might have a lateral subroutine I can run. And Ven would like to give this a go.
Give it the old academy try.
Yep, give it the old academy try. Gonna spend a momentum, and presumably Arlen can assist.
Totally can. Actually, he has to authorize you messing with his computer core. He's probably gonna
Yeah.
mind you doing that.
Yeah. Science checking thing. Okay. Yeah. Oh no.
Can I assist with reason engineering
You certainly can.
and tinkering as a focus?
Yeah.
See. Oh no.
You get one, I get one. Hooray!
Spend one. Spend the one I generated and one more to quash, guys. You think?
Unless you
Probably.
want to have a complication, that might be fun.
I'm good.
Yep.
I roll 6 challenge dice. That is 5 work.
All right. 5 work. 1 magnitude achieved. As you basically have to reestablish the core, so it's a huge undertaking that normally would take days, but you know you don't have days to muck around with this. You need the ship to be able to see and talk to the crew. But while you two are working on that, up on the bridge, sensors and tactical work together to give us eyes outside the ship. You can try to, because sensors still kind of work. You're just at an increased difficulty to understand because you can't use the lettering. You're kind of having to type, kind of like you're sort of memorizing what buttons you're supposed to have pressed to get results. I will call this at the end of the rainbow reason security. Difficulty of 5, assisted by sensors, plus security. As you're able to talk with you're able to consult with other security experts to see if you're under attack, if there's anything active or any sensors or any mines or anything like that that could possibly be messing with the ship. Or a starship even, just straight up just pointing at you and buzzing the ship.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm on the ship. Does my security team help with this?
Yep, because you have because Thralic helped you reestablish communication. You're talking to everyone through text. This would be a much lower difficulty, but you're slowed down considerably.
I was gonna say, there's how many of them on the bridge with me?
They can roll to assist if you want to activate them.
Oh no, I was meaning just in general, as far as security teams go, I wouldn't even need to text them. 'Cause there's 3 more there, right?
But they have to verify with other. You know what? You're right. I'll knock the difficulty down for one. That's a good point. You have because you guys have such a high tactical score. You have a considerable amount of crew just hanging about on the bridge.
It's 5
for
of
security.
us.
Yeah, like there's 5 security people. It's like that's that's a good portion of the bridge.
Yeah, feel sorry for the poor fool who tried to take over the bridge.
Yeah,
It's
really.
just a Pathfinder. What's the big deal? It's a security 5 Pathfinder. Good luck.
And this is us trying to figure out how to get eyes outside, right? Or how is it just memory?
Sorry, one moment. I have to check something.
Yeah, the reason why I said it like posted in character like sensors and tactical, it's like this is one of the tasks for one of you, so someone figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that was an interesting thing to learn about. All right, I'll have to deal with that
Oh.
later. Sorry, I just learned something that's mildly disturbing, but it's nothing I can do about it right now. So. Anyway, sorry, you were asking me a question.
Would stellar cartography focus work? That's what we've got as the Admiralty focus. Looking outside the ship.
Yes, it would, with no complication.
Is it because of a system we were looking at recently?
Maybe.
Ooh. Let me read exactly how that one works, but it might be relevant. The constantly watching talent. Does this constitute
Yes.
trying to find a danger? Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Do. You're gonna learn something. I'm spending threat to make it a little more alarming.
God damn it. More alarm. Okay, but not more difficult.
Nope.
Okay, so we're diff 3 now.
And if you need more cop can assist.
Yeah. I'll give you a threat. Yeah. I did not change my thing to reason security because I'm a genius, by the way.
14 was the first number. 3 and 13.
Yeah, that wouldn't have hit because I've got a reason of 8. That was actually the right roll when I think about it. The only difference is I had a crit range of 5, but I still crit.
Do you want the more cop assist?
I've hit the number.
Fair enough.
You've established this is your current position in the star system.
Well, yes, there does not appear to be an imminent danger of falling into a gravity well.
Your course was this, and then it did this, and this, and then this.
Seems like there might be an imminent danger of falling into a gravity well.
What's in the center
Oh
here?
no.
What's supposed to be in the center there?
That I will answer that for a momentum spend.
Oh, wait a
Yeah.
second, I didn't do a thing. One
Star
second.
systems usually have something in the center.
There we go. I forgot I used bold, so I can re-roll one. So we've got an extra momentum. I was like, wait, I've got that. Huh.
Well, we can spend to find out what should have been there.
I mean, normally you would think there'd be a sun there, right?
You'd hope so.
Yeah.
Sorry, a star. Oh, so that looks like a Class M.
What, this one?
It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So there should be a star. That much is normal for a star system. But there isn't one there. Not that's visible. Yet everything here, including us, is moving as if affected by a gravity well. Or the gravitic effect.
Because gravity well is one type of gravitic effect.
Yeah.
But there are other ways
It's
to
probably
artificially generate
Pausing,
that.
looking at the scientist, he's probably about to correct it and correcting himself.
Yeah.
Um. But we're not picking up any vessels or satellites that I can see.
Oops.
Can we get a more detailed response on the gravity effect?
All I not with a momentum spend. You would need a scientific method to ferret that out. With the information you have, you just have too little information.
Hmm. There's not anything that would appear to be a signal going to us, or anything in that regard, right?
For momentum, I'll answer.
Yep. I'm guessing the one we were thinking was a Class M.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. There is a signal, Captain. From the, well, I'd call it the Class M planet, but we can't confirm that reading. Or that, thought. Some sort of radio binary base of a signal.
Radio binary? How the hell did we hear that?
Why is
We
it
were,
affecting our
sir.
system?
I can swear to you, we were not scanning for any radio signals. That wouldn't be on our standard scan.
Which makes sense as to why we wouldn't pick them up if they were being sent to us.
So it's a case of we picked it up by passively, and that's what's done this?
Or they're actively pinging us.
Then in Arlen, you can attempt another shot at the extended task. As time is passing and the bridge is discussing what's going on up there while you're trying to get the computer to work. Because the longer that computer stays off, the more you're likely something bad's going to happen, and you or crew won't be able to know anything's wrong because the computer won't tell them.
Could I give Ben a determination?
Yeah, you could basically fire off a text message at him going, "Hey," with
I
official
don't.
looking lettering.
I don't think I'll need it for this one.
No, I'm
'cause-
trying to give you a way to generate momentum to spend into it.
Okay.
So
I mean, I do have a determination of my own.
I know you can save
So-
that one for a reroll if you want, but I'm going to direct you and give you more tools to generate momentum.
Actually, you don't have to. Arlen could do that. Because I'm a cadet. Anyone can give me determination.
That's a CO superpower.
Right, but it's a thing about cadets that.
Oh, is it? Oh,
That's the thing with cadets is that's like their special thing is that anyone can give me their determination, and it's like a teaching moment kind of thing.
oh.
Well, if that's the case, yeah, I'll just direct you then.
And then Arlen disintegrates you because he wants to get the bonus XPs for killing a cadet. Wait, that's the mirror game. Sorry.
I automatically get a third die because testing a theory, right?
Yep.
And theory into practice lowers the difficulty again. So now it's only difficulty 1.
Yeah, no, it's 2 again.
Hey, you know what?
It's a teachable moment. You're not that up to date on modern day L cars. Oh, you were working on a different module this year.
So I get 3 dice.
I'll make mine a crit.
3 hits. What
Two.
was that?
Yep, 2 from me and 1 from Alan. So that's 4 gained.
Yep, 4 gained. And you know what? Hang on a sec.
Hanging on.
Nope.
Nothing either way.
Nope, nothing either way. So then I roll 6. Oh, gross. I'm spending 1 to re-roll those 4 that whiffed. Oh, God. That's another breakthrough, fortunately.
3, 4, 5.
Ow.
Do I just dump the last 3 just to get extra work done to get us closer?
I don't think there's anything that I can do that'll get us closer. I'd rather save that momentum for the next attempt.
Back to the bridge. You're getting reports that they're working on the core. The second magnitude is establishing that the next task will have to be a recent engineering role, because now the software part is done. Now it's a matter of just hardware swapping out the proper chips and biogel packs to force the restart. Because you kind of have to you're able to program it, but now you have to get the computer to accept the new OS or the OS refresh.
Okay, Lieutenant Shishra, even though we're in a gravitate effect, try and steady the ship. The sensors might not be helping too much, but take it by feel.
Aye, sir. Roll con. Difficulty 5, comp 3. Assisted by engines plus con.
Actually, the ship auto crits.
Yep, it does. Because it's Shishra doing it.
Not so good.
Mission to assassinate Cheshire. Start.
And helm control will definitely kick in for this one.
Yep.
Spend 1 momentum to proc cautious. So that's 4, 6, so we gain 1.
We are stabilized at our current orbits. We're on the opposite orbital end of the first planet. So I'm just using the whatever it is we're floating around to keep us stable, and I'm going to make certain presumptions on the gravitic effect of the planets. One can hope that the universal constants have been changed. Otherwise, I'm just pushing buttons to look good. She looks around and just shrugs like, that's the most I can tell you, sorry.
Well, until we get full control of the ship back, that's the best we can hope for.
Charming.
Yes, the joys of trying to fly blind.
All right, Ven and Arlen, we have one reason engineering roll to finish off. Difficulty of 3.
Oh, awesome. So, I still get a free third die. And
Oh, sorry, it should be. There we go.
Yep.
Did you want
and
to
does
take lead on this?
yeah, and I was gonna ask, does this include my lowering of the difficulty? Because testing a theory into practice.
Let me check. And it's control net reason. My bad. It's like you're installing something, so duh. Yes, it does, because it's engineering or science. It doesn't discriminate.
Yep, this is literally the theory into practice part. Literally installing the thing.
It's like, okay, this should work. All we have to do is plug it in, and it should just fire up and be good to go.
I love hearing
So-
scientists say that. It should work.
Yeah, it should work.
The
Should be
math
able.
is sound.
Should be
I'm more worried when a scientist says this has to work, or this will. There's no other way for this to work. Like, no, don't tell me that.
Yeah.
I do not like you not having other options.
You were not supposed to be certain.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna spend 2 more momentum for a 4th die.
Okay.
You said it's difficulty 2 now.
3.
Oh.
2 because of your thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Feeling much better about this then.
My dude.
My dude. Hang on. Now we need Arlen. That is 2 momentum, which I'm immediately gonna put towards quashing that complication. Now I roll 6. That is 5.
So that gives us the magnitude, but do we need to fill the work track as well?
Nope. Magnitude is the number you care about. Work
Okay.
track just speeds something.
Yeah.
Work track makes filling the magnitude easier.
I play a character who doesn't do these type of things, so I forget easily.
Yes, you have peasants for that work. Clearly.
Precisely.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, Arlen, you don't have any extended task related talents, do you?
No, it's all like repair or making the ship do things it ain't designed for.
Well, the repair stuff might have come in handy, but if only just as much as my testing a theory into practice did.
So for now, the computer system has been repaired.
Okay.
You are
Then
now actually seeing, legible letters.
pulls himself out from under it. That should hold for now.
Oh, let's see what we got.
He's gonna hop up to his feet and
Computer
join
core restored.
Okay. What now, sir?
Computer core to bridge.
The communication system is currently inoperable.
Explain?
Oh, that's
And then you look at your pad and start typing it out.
yep. Look at the pad. Start typing out. Computer function and restored. Communication still out.
Computer, explain malfunction.
All comms channels are currently busy at this time. And that just strikes everyone, just gives it a look like that's not. That is the only reason that should happen is you're being jammed, because subspace has the band is like by 1.0000, like it's a very discrete wide band. Finding something on subspace is like finding a needle in a haystack. The fact that the entire haystack is nothing but needles is unusual.
That's not a way to describe that.
The
I
entire
love it.
haystack is nothing but needles. Okay then.
That would be called a needle stack.
Yeah.
It's a hay and a needle stack.
Yeah.
And someone
Oh,
shows a pad
yeah.
as they show what's happening. It looks as if someone's transmitting across every subspace band.
Yeah.
It's not even a jam, because jam is chaotic. It constantly fluctuates, so you never find a clear channel. Because if you did that much, you'd be blasting so much energy, you'd have energy signature of a sun. Like you'd be visible for light year for the across the sector.
Hmm.
Star bases don't flood that much subspace channel without like several subspace relays helping them do it.
Sir, that's incredibly unusual.
That's one way of saying
Uh-huh.
it, Cadet. Impossible's the other thing I would say. Someone
like
else in the
someone's-
room says.
If I were to guess, I would say someone or something is trying to communicate with us very fast.
Or very broadly.
Cadet, can you see if there's you pick out a sampling of the bandwidth and just compare them? Is it the same signal or are the different signals per band?
I can try, sir. Although, I don't know. It's entirely possible that doing so could end up causing the problem to happen again. But I'll see what I can do. Insight, science.
As it occurs to you, maybe you should just do this from an isolated pad, which gives you an incomplete. It means the computer can't help you, but you'll able to maybe contrast and compare. Working
Yeah.
from quarantine, very difficult in computing. It makes life very annoying.
Yeah. Would this...
So to speak.
Okay. Gonna spend a momentum for a third die. Research focus, astrophysics, reverse engineering.
Reverse engineering.
Voice. Science. 3. Some momentum on the board.
Message sent to you, Cadet.
Oh, that's what it is. Sir, you might be aware that the security station on the bridge detected a radio binary signature. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what we're looking at here. Perfect signal match.
But it's across all subspace frequencies.
Radio shouldn't
Correct.
be able to penetrate subspace. It's too fat. Someone shrugs. One moment. I'll be right back.
Land support are fighting to the bridge. Have someone smarter figure this out.
A.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about me. I don't know what's going on.
Jaw hurt. Say ouch.
Well, next time, don't have tooth pulled.
I did manage
Yeah.
to powder the center of it. It kind of needed to be pulled.
Just give
The
them
dentist was
information next
again
time.
impressed with how badly I fucked up the tooth. That was. They're surprised I didn't break more teeth. I got lucky falling down the stairs and only breaking the one.
Good job.
Yeah. And now they've got me on fucking liquid diet for 5 days.
Soup.
I am enthused. I'm sure you can tell.
Yes, because there's only so much soup a person should take.
I have had my fill for my entire fucking life. I went to England once.
Yes,
Their soup was terrible.
we have many variations of the exact same fucking soup.
It was worse. It was vegetarian English.
Oh, it's one of those ones.
Yeah.
Just stick with chicken or tomato.
No. I'll figure something out.
Yeah, it's got a blender.
Clearly that's where I just do the heathen thing, put a steak in the blender, let's go.
If it works, bud.
That would be vile as well.
Oh yeah, 100%. Throw some onions in there as well. Maybe some mushrooms. And just to make sure it is liquidy, throw some peppercorn sauce.
You know what? No. No, don't think I will.
What, not a fan of the peppercorn?
No.
Too peppery?
I've got a giant ass hole in my gums.
Are you putting it in a blender?
There are
I
some
don't feel
games I
like
don't want to play.
spicy and hole in mouth works very well
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Don't
Hi,
be
Efrix.
soft.
Hi.
Caval's just been sitting in her fucking office in medical, just grumping.
What am I grumping about?
The fact that we lost computers and communications.
Oh.
It'd be even
And
funnier
the doors
if
wouldn't
she
open.
hadn't noticed because she was just working on a bunch of pads that were already detached from the computer system.
She's just reading
Yeah,
medical
I was
files
gonna
and
say I
nothing
just have
changed.
like a stack of.
And of course, those pads aren't connected to the computer system because paranoia.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ, that makes too much sense. She only
The only
finds out
problem-
when she tries to leave her room and the door won't open.
Oh no. Hey, I
Well.
have like a 3 in engineering. I can figure it out.
You also have a phaser. The door isn't
And-
detecting you.
I also probably have a laser scalpel of some kind.
It's true.
That's why I'm just sat here trying to think of things I can get Thralic to do.
Yeah, that's right. You've got engineering and science, and he's got engineering and con.
Yeah. Ugh.
I should reasonably give him a medicine score at some point, though.
I thought you
Yeah.
did.
I apparently did not.
Oh.
I think you said you should. Repeatedly.
I think I said I should, yeah. I will at some
Yeah.
point. Up it. That's really going to be what the first arc is, just, yeah. He's got a medical score of 2 now.
See, we joke, but that's what Pent has.
I think
that's what
Frolic
First
has a
had as
medicine
well.
of 1, I think.
See, I put it up to 2 just in case when we constantly getting those, oh, do a fitness medicine roll because psionic stuff. It's like, I'm going to have a 2 because I've got at least have a focus range now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any focuses for that kind of thing,
Yeah, neither do I.
which I might want to get at some point, considering that I do have ESP, but
I do. Called paranoia.
yeah, I do have observation technically, I guess.
Which
That
works well
counts.
with ESP.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got ship's computer back, kind of.
Yeah.
but comms is blocked by a radio signal.
We do have a comms protocol. Rylov probably sent it to you, you just haven't looked at the fucking pad yet. It's like, I'm busy and I'm off shift, leave me alone.
Yep.
Not alpha shift anymore.
Yeah, because technically everyone's still working voluntarily because they wanted to see the cool thing,
Yeah.
but didn't
The
have
bridge
to.
crew specifically. But like,
Yeah. But I don't. Yeah, I don't know if the doctor was on board with that.
She
Yeah.
looked, so it was a message from Rylov. She's like, if it's important, he'll fucking come down here.
Or
And
somebody will call
or a
me.
fall down.
Yeah.
Or we'll come badge, yeah. It's
Yeah.
a pad message, it's not that important.
He sends those literally all the time.
plus it was voluntary, so no one's forced to do that shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's weird because I now have a doctor that needs to have time off.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And that is right, yeah. Kval gets a fuck ton of just pad messages from Rylov normally.
Yeah.
Just like, here's a general update on what's happening on the oh, we're about to be shot at.
Garlic was off duty and was going to go get some rest right when this happened.
So today I learned that the bully in my office is getting a promotion, so that's fun.
Mm. Fun.
Bad behaviour never thrives, don't we?
Ow. Fuck.
Moved your mouth too much?
Oh no.
I yawned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
moved your mouth too much.
Heard all of that saga going.
Unhappy.
Mhm.
What
He's
about
also just constantly tasting blood right now.
the taste of iron?
Yep.
A solid block of iron. That ought to help.
God, the roots on that fucking tooth were massive, though.
Yeah. Teeth are structures. Really are.
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn, the way they had to remove it was like that, and we've got to cut the entire top of the tooth off. And then
Wow.
pull out the two roots separately because, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, teeth suck when they're getting removed.
Yeah, like, I looked at the fucking roots and I was like, that was in my jaw, what the you know, like, no! That looks wider than the tooth was.
Mm-hmm.
It
It
surprises
often
you.
is. My mom's a veterinarian. I don't know if we've talked about that. I
Yeah.
know Nin knows. But she did I think it was a couple months ago. She did a dental on this like 85-pound German Shepherd, where the tooth and with the root was like 4 inches long.
Jesus
Damn.
Christ.
It was insane.
Yeah. No kidding.
See, it's only bad is when the anesthetic doesn't work.
No, 1 second.
4 inches long. You could stab a man with that.
Yeah, no, you could turn it into a knife easy.
Yeah.
It was a canine, so.
Yeah.
But
So it was a canine from a canine?
yes.
From a
I'm
canine?
back.
Welcome back.
Sorry about that, everyone.
Yeah, we talked about things. Teeth.
Right. With that bit of wait, I will actually make the new scene start up with everyone in the conference room as you have some thoughts to work out.
Let me out of this
Um,
office.
Huh?
Well, we talked about how Koval didn't notice anything was wrong until she tried to leave her office.
Yeah. So Kaval probably
The
looks.
door wouldn't open.
She was probably proper annoyed with the situation.
Back.
Is everyone back at this time?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So,
So-
you all are eventually able to get back to the conference room once the computer systems are up and able to. The ship is, as best you can tell, stable in its position, but you have no comms except internal, and even that's just peer-to-peer, pad-to-pads talking.
So, from what the lieutenant and the cadet have informed us, and from Lieutenant Rylov's and Ensign Draven's scans, we're being blocked by a radio signal.
Someone want to run that one by me again? I'm having a little trouble understanding how a radio signal is blocking out our subspace functionality. I know the
Yeah.
Academy was a while ago, but
Yeah, radio signals shouldn't take up subspace. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a microscopic circular hole.
Hmm.
Feasible
Vivid.
if you use a large enough hammer, you can fit a square peg into a. I don't know if the concept applies.
Yeah, not my area of expertise.
So just to clarify, are we saying out of character? Are we saying the issue is that radio is too wide to block us out, or it's too narrow?
Too wide. Our radio doesn't fit within subspace bands.
Mm-hmm.
And like, because subspace is thin enough that it would slip through it, because it subvert. Because radio travels across space, not subspace. Subspace signals would be underneath it.
hence
Or should be.
subspace. Um,
Then again, this would be what? If it's coming from the planet, the Class M, assumed Class M, that is going around, it is in an orbit around nothing, as far as we can tell.
Well,
For there to be a
there
radio
is some
signal-
sort of gravitational effect at the center of the planetary system, though, correct?
Yes. So orbiting nothing, as far as we can tell. There's an effect, but nothing to cause it.
wait. Maybe. No, that would be. That's just theoretical.
Words, cadet, use them.
Well, if we're in orbit around some kind of a gravity well, might it be possible that a radio signal, a wide band radio signal, could through gravitic lensing be condensed?
That's something that'll have to be run through sensors, engineering, and comms. That's definitely not an area of expertise I can comment on.
It's entirely theoretical.
My thought
If
is,
you
people down-
generate energy of sufficient density of any type, it should be able to have this gravitational effect. Perhaps is that what you're saying, Cadet?
No. So if you have a gravitational source of sufficient size, it can warp space and warp the space around it, make the space shorter or make the space longer. So, extended from there, if you take a radio signal broadcast through space, pass it through a gravitic lens, it could, in theory, be compressed.
So, kind of like the method of making spaghetti from pasta. Just keep stretching it, running it through, stretching it, running it through, stretching it.
Right, and at that point, you have so much behind you that, yeah, in theory, it could overwhelm our systems.
In that case, would moving have an effect?
I don't know. Again, I don't even know if that's what this is. It's just a theory.
And we have moved since this first started to affect us. There's still a signal coming from that planet to us, which suggests intelligent life down there. Or an automated system, one of the two.
Kind of puts me in the mind of setting two plans into motion, unfortunately.
Why?
One would be the commander and an away team, after moving closer to the planet, heading down to the signal to find out what it is. And the second would be science, engineering, and whomever's left on board the ship, trying to figure out what that signal is, how to properly receive it, and how to stop it messing with us.
Presumably, you'll want someone from either science or engineering on that away team, sir.
Well, luckily, we've got multiple people who work well with sensor readings, but if you're volunteering,
Like, the moment you sound like you're going to volunteer him for the away mission, he says, "Oh, no, I think I can do fine operating the sensors up here."
if that's the case, maybe Ensign Draven can head with them.
With computer systems back online, we should be able to get more detailed information from a scan of the planet, correct?
I'd certainly hope so. Which is one of the reasons why I want to get the ship closer to the planet before we...
Okay. Let's see what we might be dealing with down there, and once we've got some form of or some idea, I can assemble an away team if necessary.
So,
Sir, if this is a potential first contact situation, I believe protocol states yellow alert.
agreed. Considering we've only just really come to the conclusion that this may be a first contact situation, then yes, once we return to the bridge, we'll head straight to yellow alert. For now, Cadet, Lieutenant, obviously looking towards Arlen, work with your departments and whomever else you need after we get closer to the signal to try and find out what it is and what we need to do. Commander and Lieutenant Rylov, if it is required for an away mission, please come up with an away team and take all precautions.
Understood, sir.
Sir,
Lieutenant Caval,
Sir?
during the time where we had a lack of communications, I know some people may have panicked. I believe there may have been some injuries resulting from panic. Could you make sure there's nothing too serious?
Of course.
And if anything else is required, I'm sure any of the two teams would be helpful for any assistance you can offer them.
Captain,
Yes.
did you want myself on the ship affecting any repairs, or did you want me on the surface to see if there's any device down there that is sending the signal out. What's as priority for engineering?
Priority for engineering is working from onboard ship, unless you believe you would be better suited for an away mission. Because first and foremost, we need to find out, get scans and figure out what it is. If it's decided that you're best suited to head down, then by all means.
Full all due respect, Dexter, I feel all my talents are best used on the ground. I would like to go on the way mission to find any devices
We don't
or
even know
technology.
we don't even know what's down there yet. Once we have a keener idea of what the planetary surface looks like, if an away team is assembled, I'll make the call.
Very well.
Yes, but your input is appreciated. But until that stage, for now, have engineering work with sensors to get me a clear idea.
Sounds good, sir.
Any questions before we dismissed?
Sir?
No.
Very well.
I believe so.
If that's the case, dismissed. Computer, yellow alert.
All hands. And then it stops saying something, and then the amber lights turn on. Like the computer was about to send out the message, and then the logic clued in, oh, comms aren't working. Fine, I'll just change the lights and turn on the shields.
I mean, doesn't it just internally?
Yeah, there's probably
Well,
some form
like
of
it was telling you that it's yellow alert, and then there's a logic step where it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I mean, the computer would probably put on like screens next to people, like just a quick yellow alert, then continue.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I put you in the wrong spot. I should put you over here. New scene as you step away as you begin attending to your stations.
Yeah, it's
Under yellow alert, my mistake.
Yeah, it's a weird one because obviously we don't know where to send people because we don't know what's happening. So I don't want to give definite somewhere people need to go.
Yeah.
You're being indecisive. It's fine. It worked for Grennan all the time.
I would say it's indecisive. It's more waiting
you wouldn't.
until
I
I
would.
have information.
Flexible.
I'm just being a jerk. Don't mind me.
Hey, I don't care.
Really? Okay then. So about your face. No. Just getting all personal about it.
About screw you.
Oh, that sounds unprofessional. Gee.
No. It's right next to skew M and N.
Oh, boo. All right. All right, officers. Here's the current position of the Achilles relative to the current anomalous star system.
Well, I think the first one, which I'll use my turn, was to get Shashre to move as close as to the M class, so our scans full stop would be a lot easier to make.
Yeah, you're able to eventually she's able to maneuver the ship slowly and plodding over there. With the main computer back up, it's a lot easier to fly around. Even if she can't talk to people super quick, the computer's talking to her at least.
To imagine we're taking a long way around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. More like, you know what? I'm just going to let gravity help me out with this one. I'm just going to go around this way, because screw this. I don't know what's there, and I don't want to find out.
Or do you want to find out, but not like that?
Do you want me in high orbit? Do you want me to put us into high orbit, sir?
Where we are is fine. If it is a prime directive, we don't want to get too close. We may already be too close, but let's not push it.
Aye, sir.
Sending a signal, I don't think prime directive applies.
No, but it's still one of those precaution things. They may have done it accidentally or not realised, and let's not force the situation on them. So we can decide what we do, not what they do.
And Serge, can you give us a brief on that planet now?
And that signal.
Reason science, difficulty 0, assisted by sensors plus science.
Cadet.
If he doesn't do his job, he'll be done.
I mean, technically the doctor could do it, but hey.
I didn't say it was a good joke.
Boo.
And that's why you're the captain, not the comedian.
Precisely.
Hmm.
One of the civilians aboard the ship's comedian.
What's the role power of the comedian?
Helps with
Technically
rally
non-cook.
task.
I was gonna say they work with the ship's counselor. It's like having a court jester. It's all about morale.
Hey, Cadet, where are you?
I think the cadet has died.
Yes,
Apparently.
I am here.
Oh, you're here.
Oh, good.
Yes.
You have a roll.
Hi, here. I'm Marlin.
This role is to determine.
We are scanning the Class M planet.
Got it.
Reason science difficulty 0.
Uh-huh. Yes, I do see what the actual.
I'm just double checking.
Yep, I did see that. Sensor operations.
Yep.
So
One
we're getting
bonus,
2.
1 threat. You gain a threat, GM.
I gain a threat. Sorry, I was looking something up. Oh, because you rolled the thing. Okay, I was like, how did that happen?
Yeah. So we have 2 bonus momentum. One that I get from my science ability, and 1 from my roll.
All right. Pulling up my notes. 1 second. I did not know if you were going to get this far. I was like, they might get this far, or they might die. Who knows?
Oh.
You have underestimated our power.
I'm assuming there was a very real possibility of hitting that big red planet there.
Yeah. The longer you guys took, the more at risk you were. And if I had a certain threat amount, I was going to spend it and give you guys something to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was so desperate. I'm like, hey, Ven, are you sure you don't want my determination just so we can generate more?
Just in case.
Okay. Would appear to be a Class L planet.
No.
It doesn't look like terrestrial life has evolved yet. Not detecting any landborne life.
Well, I did say I was guessing. Because, I mean, look at the view screen. That looks like a Class M from
And-
orbit, right?
Oh, that is. Wait. That's something. Captain, I am detecting the ruins of a large metropolitan area, right in the middle of the planet's primary ocean.
It's Atlantis.
Oh. So when I said automated, I might have been correct. Lovely.
And I'm detecting numerous crystal lattices, if I were to hazard a guess,
I've been hazarded to death. No.
if I had to hazard a guess, sir, I'd be willing to bet that this entire city down there is acting as one giant crystal radio.
Can we get any more detailed scans on this city and crystalline structures?
Stood. Adjusting sensors for local gravity of 1G. Oh, hang on. So my first question, now that I see this, what is the nature of the hazardous atmosphere?
There you go.
Jeez.
It's
Okay.
a
So you want to ask
severe
what the atmosphere
atmosphere.
you were saying?
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh. Well, sirs, when you send down the away team, you're going to need to definitely bring EV suits. Given the amount of argon gas in the atmosphere, hazardous temperatures, hazardous radiations. Yeah, I would not go down there without any kind of protection. Again, I'd suggest EV suits.
Understood.
Any other questions? Because I do have one more bonus momentum that I have to spend. Or else it goes away.
Is there a Stargate?
And you just really want this to be Atlantis.
Sure, why not? I can help.
because we watch good shows.
Any remains?
Mains? Like, you mean...
Corpses.
Oh, okay.
There's
Yeah,
a
my
city.
People of the unliving.
Yeah, am I detecting any biosigns within this ruin? I am detecting biosignatures, Captain.
Understood. It may be worth to try and refocus specifically on the ruins and the signal and crystals. Can you work on that?
Indeed, I'll start scanning the crystalline lattice structure immediately, sir.
Commander, with that in mind, and knowing you're going to need EV suits, could you start making a preliminary... Jeez, I cannot say
Preliminary.
Ooh.
Can you make a starting effort on an away team, please? Because unfortunately, the vocabulary of which I was born with seems to fail me at times.
I want to try and scan this crystal lattice structure and see if like the resonance of the structure is consistent with this radio signal that we've been receiving.
Actually, you know what? I'll go one step further. I'll let you spend momentum as a obtain information.
Do we want to spend our last momentum? I guess we have to.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Go for it.
What's the worst that can happen?
I mean, to be fair, we're a relatively threat-okay game, so it's not like we're afraid.
Throw okay.
Captain, my initial theory was indeed correct. It would appear that these crystals are resonating with the signal. Like I said, it's like the entire city is one massive crystal radio.
It may be worth for Lieutenant Caval to look into the research of Dr. Efrix about the calculus technology we've used in the past. maybe that's something we could use to clear up the signal or maybe help while we're on the planet. And I'll send the request to Lieutenant Cavall to see if that's something she could do.
I'm considering what the potential of remodulating our shield to try and block the incoming frequency would be.
By all means, and I know Arlen's got an idea, so if you put it forward to the captain, by all means, you can attempt it.
That's probably him saying it. I'm considering this. If it's a frequency, right, we can block it, potentially.
Well, if you wish to give it an attempt, Lieutenant, by all means.
If this is some sort of or signal, maybe we can make a dedicated quarantined server to look into this computer core and just have it starting to crack this code.
Again, if that's something you believe we can attempt without putting the ship in danger, sure.
I would
You
like
want
to
to know
attempt
how
this.
hard it is to basically try to get to understand what the computer's trying to tell you, what their signal's trying to tell you.
Yes.
That is this roll.
In a isolated service, the one that's not directly linked to the computer core.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cavall, you certainly could. It would be, and it's an established tech, so it's just a matter of paying the opportunity and threat cost for it. It's a 2-in-1, I think. 2 opportunity, 1 threat. Because it's experimental.
Yeah,
Or rather, it's a rare tech. Better way to put it. It's probably not as experimental now with this many years gone by.
Yeah.
Well, it's more of a case of could she look at it, like the research, to see if it's applicable?
Insight, medicine, difficulty of 3.
Not my best roll.
I'm trying to give people things to do.
No, you're good.
That's for the translation idea.
Yeah, and I think Rylov wanted to do a shield modulation to see if that helped in some way.
No, it was shield modulation to just block it, and if we block it, then we'd get internal comms back was the idea. But if we're trying to read it, then blocking it is counterproductive.
Okay.
Counterproductive.
I don't think I have a focus.
Be right back. 1 moment.
Yeah, because we're kind of in a situation where every idea is kind of applicable. So I kind of don't want to say. I don't want to say no, especially.
If you've got pain management, right? Wasn't that entire device about essentially calming and taking the pain away from the cockpit?
Yeah, but I don't think that's at this time.
Finger guns.
Yeah, I agree. I thought about that. But I don't think that's what we're trying to use it for. At least we don't know if that's
what you're trying to figure out.
Yeah.
If the technology is even applicable, because that's its purpose.
Yeah.
Well, it was a resonance field. So for the Calcut, it helped remove pain and calm them, but that's not necessarily what it's gonna be used for, because we don't know if these are sentient crystals or not.
Fair enough.
We're just trying to see if this sound pattern can block that sound pattern.
I'm back. So, what roll is hitting the table? That roll is hitting the table.
She hit it.
Is it assisted
so
by
you're
the
wondering
computers?
if this is... Huh?
Is it, considering we got the computers back, is it assisted by the computers?
Oh, you're right. Yep.
So computers medicine?
Yep. Was reason any better for you, Doctor? I just realized that would have been a reason roll then.
It is better. Insight's 9, reason is 10.
Doesn't change.
17 is too high.
Yeah. I mean, I could
Um,
re-roll that, but I don't think I feel like fishing.
Doctor, it occurs to you that the Efrix harmonic crystalline resonator is a system that can be attuned or reconfigured to deal with various crystalline forms. Theoretically, you could make it work, and you'd be able to basically tune in and attach it either in person, attach it, or link it up with the deflector and then blast it with the resonance, and you could adjust the resonance of an existing crystal without
Yeah.
directly interacting with it. So it
But
could interact with it. You don't know what the effect necessarily is because all you know currently is that these are crystals, which are
Yeah.
compatible with the device.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what the first side of it was. Like I put in chat, Zeph somewhere's like, my mom says you should always be polite to crystals.
You never know if it's sentient or not.
So more than likely, with that being the case, it's yes, but on hold for now. Like whether we pull on that, I think.
Yeah, my other thought was like, should I be looking into like old Kismet records and seeing if like these crystalline structures bear any resemblance to any of the crystalline species that the Kismet met.
I would treat that as an obtain information.
We don't have any.
We can give them a
Give
threat.
me a threat.
Yeah.
Do it.
I'm afraid to give you up to 10 threat.
You should be. I mean, sorry, what?
I reckon it's fine.
Why?
All right, sure. That feels. Yeah, Kavol would be down with that.
One threat for obtain information.
My brain has a hard time.
Plus, he needs 12 right now.
Koval, it occurs to you as you look over the old files of the out of the Ringer station that you have on file. You have because Dr. Efrix has been continuously working on crystalline stuff. That's kind of what her big achievement paper was. The latest one, anyway. This is an undocumented crystalline structure. However, so the Kismet has not encountered this type of crystal before, nor has any other part of the 10th Expeditionary Fleet. Or Naringer Fleet, for that matter, because she's now the head doctor of the Ringer Fleet.
Yeah.
So, far as she knows, this is a new type of crystal encounter. Whether or not it's living is a different question.
Okay.
Because that requires a recent medicine roll to determine. Because you have to scan. You're not scanning to identify the crystal. You're scanning if it's a not organic, but a sentient crystal. If it has the right resonance for that.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out if that was something that I could even scan for.
You
Is
could.
that something I? Okay.
Yeah, it's like scanning for life signs. You're just telling the computer, given that this is crystalline as a base instead of carbon based, please re-identify if this is living or not. It's like, oh, okay, I can do that.
Oh yeah, definitely want that before we go poking around with anything.
Reason medicine difficulty 2, assisted by sensors medicine.
Paranoia?
It
Sure.
seems appropriate. It really does seem appropriate.
It's alive, I tell you, it's alive.
Including
It
the way
stares at
she
you.
asked paranoia?
Yeah, like she didn't want to, but she was like, "Oh, it makes sense."
Well, I'm like, is this Kaval's paranoia or is this mine?
Maybe they're the same. Woo.
Ooh. Oh god. Yeah, take a
The subspace signal is coming from when the in the. Okay, that fell apart.
Yep.
um
Yes, it did.
take a threat. Oh god. cold hurts my soul.
Go ahead and fish. Let's do it. Yeah.
Eh. Whispers. Okay.
When did Sarissa get here?
Hey.
She just shows up. Huh? What?
I've been summoned.
A dookie ass little shuttlecraft.
Okay. Yeah, she'd be relaying these messages back up to Pend. So potential to make Efrix's device work. These are not something that Starfleet has encountered before. They, based on scans, they do not appear to be sentient.
Understood.
The structures. That doesn't mean that there isn't something that's sentient down there.
Yeah.
I mean, the other biosigns that are, X sentient.
Expired.
I'll charge you obtain information for that because you're kind of scanning. You're already doing a medical scan anyway.
Yeah, that seems worth it.
Sure. Boy, we're gonna. Oh wait, no, there. I did make some
Yes.
momentum that time. I was like, oh boy, I'm gonna get you to 12.
So fun game. So the GM has 70 threat.
Yeah.
We've had, 120?
Something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
lived.
Monday got intense when it was the D20 system.
Last Monday. God damn. Yesterday was bad.
Oh.
Update to Pend.
We only got 3
Oh,
unqualified
that's
successes
not.
the entire night.
That's a lot more than I thought you were gonna say. GM.
Yep.
Oh.
How many dead?
Yeah.
I think it might be how many alive.
No. So there are biological remains on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing appears to be alive down there.
Oh, good.
There appears to be somewhere around 14 million.
Woof.
Yeah.
Nope, I didn't say it. I'm done. Yep.
Then I think at this stage, maybe have Arlen do his task and have Thralic, when they get back, form an away team. Yeah. But yeah, let's have Arlen do his stuff first because they wanted to try and accept the signal.
Basically translate what the signal's trying to say.
Stay away, we're dying.
Oh, I already put it in there.
Yeah, it's on there.
Yep.
Oh, I'll just leave the old one.
And I'm not getting assisted by a computer because I want to isolate the computer.
That's true. Yeah, you're actively trying not to engage the computer while you're doing this.
Do you want any?
Up to two people can assist with this. After that, it's just too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah, just to say, do you want any assists from NPCs or players to help you?
If Ven's not busy, I'll take his assistance, or someone with cultural studies or linguistics.
I think Ven can help. I don't think he's got anything. Although this is a reason science.
Engineering or science.
Or engineering. Okay, then.
Actually, there's an NPC, Ensign Ramaic, who has a focus in temporal science and languages.
That would help.
What department?
Science.
Science. Ramic?
Ramic.
Or Remic?
Yeah, Ramaic? I don't know. pronunciation on alien names is alien.
All right. You attempt the program to figure out what exactly you're being told. I will warn you, you have 5 shots at this before it eventually you would get to the point that if after 5 shots at this you don't get it, you'd need a longer research window. And you need like a better computer, like neurointerstation computer or something like that. But if you can do it within 5, then you might be able to pull it off with the resources you have at hand.
So if you do need to ask for resources, please ask for resources, including extra stuff.
Now I'm kind of wondering, since we have a limited time window, do we want to get the main computer involved?
If you do, resistance jumps to 4 because you're trying so hard to protect the computer from infection or reinfection, rather. But you could.
If you're doing an extended task, sorry, I just got back and saw that there's an extended task. Do you want me to help out on that? Because I can give you either
Yeah, you have talents for that. That would be helpful.
I'll
need to
cancel.
swap out either Ven or Ramic.
Yeah, I'll get rid of Ramic.
Okay,
All right.
so we'll pull him over here.
No, yeah, okay, cool. And for this, would you prefer to get Scrutinize 2 or Progression 1? Help with the total work or help with the resistance?
Let's do Scrutinize 2.
All right.
Get rid of that resistance.
Uh,
All right.
Answer pen. Go ahead.
If I was to spend my determination to create an advantage, would well, we've not updated any of the directives yet, but the only one I could think working would be 1. But that's everything's dead, quote unquote.
Prime directive wouldn't apply in this case. There's no civilization to interfere with.
Then could I spend my determination to create an advantage for the crew?
What kind of advantage?
That, considering we're in a time crunch and in a difficult situation, that they remain calm, and that's basically all I could come up with at the second. Just a calming presence.
So keep calm, you know your work, you just need to do it. Honestly, that sounds like a rally, not a determination spend.
Okay. Do you want me to rally just to give you some extra momentum quick?
That would help. I don't have to dip so far into threat.
Yeah, that's fine. And that's just what a presence command roll.
Presence command, diff 0. Yep. Yep. Hello, Mike. Thank you for the feedback you just gave me. Ow.
I'm going to roll...
providing feedback.
Yeah, I'm going to roll 3 challenge dice.
Oh, you're checking for...
You get 1.
That was a lucky roll.
Yeah.
Quite.
We gain all of that. So we gain 6 off that roll. Might just let that 1 go to waste, so you have 6 to start off with. Does that sound good?
That sounds good. All right. 1 threat, 2 momentum, 4 dice. Technical insight or tinkering as a focus.
I take tinkering. You're trying to get your OS to talk to a alien OS. That's
Given that, can I use the trait of limit pusher?
Where did that wind come from?
Sorry, I was blowing up my food. If you're willing, I would take it if you push the limits onto the computer and use the computer, because that would be limit pushing. You'd be using every little ounce plus that much more from the ship to get this to work in a timely manner.
That's resistance to 4, though, right?
Yep, but you do have scrutinies
But
too, so that
We
should
do have
so
scrutinize
each
too. That would help.
It's
You know what, with
true.
scrutinize 2, we can get bonus momentum, and it would get more piercing. I think it would be worth it. Let's overclock the computer to +2. So I need to do a daring engineering difficulty 2 task.
Like we'll
Very
sign
good.
off on this particular usage of pushing the limits.
So I'll just take those 2 momentum back for a second.
Yes. And then 1 threat for the reroll, and tinkering as a focus.
Yes.
Nope.
Whoa, computer, don't do that. Thank you.
Just to say, I can always give you my determination at any stage.
Well, I have Born Air Warp Core. I didn't fire. 2 momentum. Watch that.
So did we succeed?
Yep, you succeeded. So what that means is that if you succeed, that system will give bonus momentum equal to 2. However, the downside is the complication range is increased by 2, so you have a comp range of 3 total.
Okay, and these tasks will more likely be computers engineering?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just setting it up now.
Because I presume that's what the lead role is. So.
Reason engineering. All right, and 1 threat, 2 momentum. And to start us off. 2 momentum there for our quashing. All right, bold reroll.
Right. Can I go for presence engineering here?
You certainly could.
Cool. And focus in team dynamics.
Yes.
There we go.
Good
That
roll.
focus came in handy.
Assist from Ven now.
Okay. I'm gonna roll with reason science. That's what this is for.
That's how you're assisting, yeah. It's like, okay, we want to do this. Well, theoretically, you could do this. How you're going to make that happen is up to you, but I can tell you the theory behind what you're doing and try to get you to get the rest of the way.
Astrophysics, reverse engineering, or research?
Reverse engineering a language?
Or chemist? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, reverse engineering. You're right. Yep. Reverse
Okay.
engineering.
Okay. That's a hit.
So it's what, diff 4?
Diff 3 with limit pusher.
So we gained 3.
Plus 2 bonus, and it's from the computer core.
Yep. Because you're pushing, because the computer is going way beyond. Like there's engineers swapping out biogel packs, and as they come out of the wall, they're steaming, and they have to throw them into a bucket of water and put in a new one before it fries itself.
Ooh.
It's like, ooh, that's not good.
You're not supposed to do that.
Spend 1 bonus to reroll.
Yeah, no kidding.
Do the thing. And that was scrutinize 2 from
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
fantastic
That's
help.
6 piercing. You're fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 work flat.
Spend the bonus as bonus work. 7 work flat.
Fair enough. The first breakthrough is that the big breakthrough you're all able to get together is that it is basically a huge. This is very advanced hyper advanced for whatever the city was. Like the signal, like they're using radio signals to somehow with this crystal lattice to create a subspace radio, which that is a thing, but not the way they're doing it. So this is you're kind of having to figure out in what weird way they managed to do what they're doing. However, as you're figuring that out, something happens.
How dare you?
As I'm going to be spending a significant amount of threat.
Is it 12?
If I can find.
Well, if it is 12, I assume we know what's going to happen.
Where the fudge is the thing I'm looking for? It's labeled. This is why I label things, so I don't have to do this.
See, I never label anything. No problem.
Oh, not that music. Not that music. Good God. You're not in battle.
Like, combat?
We're fighting with a dead language?
That's just someone flat out died on the bridge.
That does seem like something that would happen in a Star Trek episode.
You insulted me in Latin? How dare you?
Fighting a dead language. So, like a necrolinguist?
Yeah. Necrolinguistics.
Brings a
New
whole new
focus.
meaning to them's fighting words.
Evocative language.
Noise.
Yep, I'm seeing the pings.
Goo begins to drip off of the biogel packs. Parts of the computer start expelling some sort of strange goo, and things begin to fry all around you. I'm about to roll damage against your ship, folks. As some powerful signal comes out of the darkness. And woof.
Hold on.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
What if no?
Did you just cast magic missile from the darkness?
This is what happens when people shoot into the darkness. It goos starships in Star Trek.
Huh?
Oh my god!
That's where much missiles went. All right. Yeah.
Somebody
All right.
pulled the slime cord. It's like freaking Nickelodeon game show from the 90s.
So that's that.
Come on, roll low. Yeah. So if you could roll low at first, then spend to make it high, that would be appreciated.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Look at this shit.
Ow!
Yeah.
Is that against the ship?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15.
Minus
Yields
7.
don't go down.
15 damage. Resistance is ignored of your ship.
We still have
Alright.
shields.
Because we opened the door for him.
We still have shields, though.
Your shields.
If this is a thing that affects
Various
shields.
parts of the internal the external shield system tries to resist against like immediately security starts seeing the signal and starts seeing damage reports. So you try to modulate the shields while you're being hit, and then internal forces are popping up in front of panels, and people are just stepping away from these gooey consoles, and you're trying to contain the system. The shield system manages to contain it so it doesn't cause 2 breaches. You are taking at least 1 breach, though.
No, we're not. Computer, enact Thralic Protocol 4479. Unintentional breach of computer core systems. I'm using my precautions ability.
What?
Nice!
You prepare for the worst just in case. Once per scene, ally suffers, the ship suffers a breach. You may prevent the injury or breach. And you describe the precaution you took to prevent the breach from occurring.
He's
Son of a gun.
he's basically just hit the fuck you button.
Oh.
After he spent the threat. After he spent all the threat. Beautiful. Thralic, I could kiss you right now.
Corbinian, do you need a hug?
No, I'm good. No, that's how you deal with being gooed.
That's my
yeah.
XO.
You're somehow prepared for it.
Like, no,
No
no,
comment.
I prepared for this. For goo? Well, not goo, but something.
I prepared for a breach of the bioneural gel packs.
Jesus Christ, I can't believe that turned out so fucking well.
I couldn't have done anything if there were 2 breaches. I would have so like.
Okay, but what?
Are there 4 stars now? 5 stars now?
Do I hear 6?
6 stars
Do
now?
I hear 7? 7.
stars?
7 stars.
No, only 6 stars.
6 stars.
That's still a lot of stars.
As the
This is
signal
very hot.
radiate, as the signal radiates out, a massive gooey mass illuminates. It radiates the entire star system, and if you didn't have your shields up, that whatever that weird type of radiation that hit you was, yeah, you would have more than one breach. That's for damn sure.
Uh-huh.
And then, as soon as it hits you, they darken and vanish into darkness. Like they bloom and then they're gone.
Oh.
Tactical? Modulate our shields to whatever the fuck just hit us.
Tactical
Just
turn?
Martin. We'll need more power to the shields if we're going to withstand anything else.
Yeah, I think we're gonna. Actually, no. Let's finish one task, then we're gonna shields. How have we still got shields?
We have 1 shield.
We are at like 5%.
I
sir.
had Vicious's 1 plus all that damage.
Yeah.
And that's with piercing. Like I pierced through and I
Yeah.
still just barely. I only just missed.
This
And I
ship
know
is
way to buy up.
ridiculous.
Whew.
We're at
If you had had
5% shield,
any
sir.
threat left.
Yeah, I zeroed out. If I had any, I would have tipped it over.
Yeah. Precautions.
Yup. That's what you gonna do, crew. After that particular wake-up call.
Jesus.
Medical, I need an analysis on this goo.
I think you guys.
Why are the walls gooey?
Honestly, I think
Yeah.
you three just need to finish the task.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm delegating goo to medical.
Goo to you
And-
too.
Yeah. Then
And there are 4 attempts left.
Yeah,
Oh.
let's just focus on this. Then we'll sort out shields and medical.
mm-hmm.
Because I think if, and the GM could correct me if I'm wrong, if you wish to attempt something like that again, it may have a cost like it previously did.
That is a plausible assumption you could make.
Yes, a very plausible assumption.
Unless he's already activated the thing and now it just exists.
So while he's got 0 and we have some, it may be worth trying to make the push.
Agreed. I think.
Sounds like a plan.
Q spent all those magic powers. That's basically what
I
you're
don't know
saying.
about that.
For the moment.
So, Arlen, you want to take that role?
Yep. So we're going to take the 1 threat or the 3rd dice.
So this is now a difficulty 2 task.
Because of the limit push, yep.
Okay.
Here is the ship. At least it's not a comp.
Sorry, was it comp 2 or comp 3?
It's 3
Three.
for the ship.
Just for the ship or for the whole?
3
Just-
flat for the roll, I believe.
All right.
Because push passive red line
Yeah.
screws up any as long as the ship's involved, it complicates the entire roll.
Oh, does it for? Oh, fair enough. I just thought it was the ship.
I'll reread to make sure I'm not cheating you on that, but usually that's what happens when you increase comp.
Yeah.
It's usually not isolated like that. Sometimes it is. That's why I'm checking again.
No, that's fine. It's just a case of I just thought it was for shit, but if it's for
Yeah.
everyone, it's just that's fine.
Yeah.
It
I'm going to
increases
use
complication
my
rate, so it doesn't
maximized
narrow.
efficiency reroll for my assist. Yeah, still nothing there.
13.
Rolled 13, and I rerolled into 13.
And then
Definitely my first arc is going into getting advisor as well.
what to direct multiple times.
No, I have no, that's
Oh, that's crisis
Uh,
management.
crisis management. Yeah, advisor is anytime you're assisting someone, they get a reroll.
Yeah, it's a good talent. Are you there, Venn diagram?
Yes. I am rolling. Is this still on the reason
Yep.
science?
Yeah.
Still for the same thing? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
So we gain 2.
All right.
And we have 2 floats. 2 bonus, I should say.
Good.
2 bonus.
See, I could make circles on the map as well.
Good for
Yeah,
you.
but mine do damage.
Yeah, but not enough.
All right. Rolling dice challenge.
Challenge those dice.
Woof.
That's a good challenge for those dice.
I'm keeping that. That looks good.
Yeah.
Sure, I think you need to re-roll those 2s, man.
I mean, at most, he still has 2 resistance, so you could reroll the 1 for an effect. But that's like fishing.
That seems excessive. Can I spend momentum and to do piercing after the fact? Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
For each one, you bring 2 down, I believe.
Okay, so let's do 1 for 2.
Okay, so 10.
And then 2 more into work.
2 more to work puts it to 19 total.
Do I just spend 1 more to put it straight up to 20?
Yeah, let's do that. I think.
1 more is 20.
And I think that puts us at 3 magnitude. So you basically just need to succeed the next roll.
Yeah.
Yep. So the 2 magnitude you're able to breach through, you're able to relate that the thing that kind of helps you break through on this one, the anomaly, that burst seems to be sorry, I thought I heard something. The signal isn't so much trying to direct at you, it seems to be reacting to this. Like it's sending a signal in this area, but it's sending it so powerfully that it's piercing into subspace, which that tells you a lot, and now gives you, now that you're not thinking message, you're thinking intent.
Attack.
If I were using this type of signal, what would I be trying to accomplish given the technology that they have? So you're 1 breath away. It's just a matter of figuring out that 1 extra little step.
Hey, it's a diff 0 task.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not even gonna use the pulled reroll. I'm just gonna keep that at 2 dice.
The ship.
Thank you, ship.
No. No, you don't. Bollocks.
And Venn diagram, but we can pretty much just squash that just from the 2 there.
Yeah. Don't even have to dig into anything for that.
Yeah, I think as long as we get just a single work from this pass the resistance, it's just done.
Mm-hmm. Cadet Ven,
Yes.
your role. Your
Come on.
assist again.
Come
Yep,
on, Venison.
Yep.
Venison.
Okay. Couldn't all be
Oh.
winners.
Yeah, that's a comp.
Uh-oh.
Isn't it? Oh wait, no, 18 to 20. Sorry, 3 is not 17. That's 4. You're right.
Yes, I make the same mistake.
So the 2 we got will go into squashing the ships, and that's the 2 bonus from the ship.
Although, doesn't Arlen get to roll a
Yeah, he already did.
He already rolled.
I did.
He already rolled.
I-
His thing.
Or
Got
actually-
it.
Because of how that works, we should use one of the bonus and one of the ones we generated, so that we are up to 6. I think.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Challenge dice still needs to be rolled. You need to get something. You got some. Piercing's still a problem. Resistance is still a problem. You're doing 0
we have-
effectively.
Well, because there's resistance 4 total, right?
Yeah,
But I bring that down by 2 by a system.
per effect.
Perfect.
Oh,
I didn't
per
roll
effect?
any effects.
So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
we just
So-
spend the bonus and 1 more, we're done.
Or I could just spend the bonus 1 more. Done. Let's not dice this.
Because all you need is that 1 extra work to trigger the work again. So
Yeah.
you click it over, and
Think about
it comes to your shared attention that it appears that this city, once upon a time, was attempting to manipulate space-time through subspace using these type of crystals unique to their planet. And what they were trying to do was save their dying star. The star was slowly it was going to start to collapse, except they didn't know what they were doing. Stellar manipulation is a careful science that every alpha and beta quadrant power is super careful about, because if you goof it, you lose your homeworld. You lose planets full of people. And these guys unfortunately played with something they didn't understand, and they create. And now this is causing a constant effect, almost a computer. To put it this way, it's almost math applied to subspace through radio piercing. So basically, the radio is tuned in such a way with the crystals that it's punching a hole through subspace and then manipulating the fine, discrete parts of space and time, which affected the star, which has intense gravity effects, which is why there's this weird multi-sun effect, which is causing a massive anomaly problem. The people on the planet and anyone who was living in the system would have been killed because they lost their star. Planets can't live without stars. Plants die. That L-class planet probably was Class M once upon a time. But without the sun, that's it. Plant life dies. Animals die. That's the end of it. The big problem is that this is piercing, because it's kind of blasting into nothingness. It's scattering through that gap and then blasting the entire subsystem. So the entire star system. So if anyone gets anywhere near the system, who knows how many ships have come here and just been vanished into nothingness, gooed up, and then disintegrated by some blast of this field. Which, by the way, that field is still active because something is still sending active signals and manipulating space-time. So it wasn't trying to attack your ship. It wasn't trying to attack your ship. It just happened to do bad things to your Elkar's OS.
So, from that assumption, if we stop the signal, then this sun effect basically just stops, correct?
At this point, I hate to do this to you, but this sounds like scientific method. Unless you have a particular signal, if you have a particular thing you want to try and hope it works, you can. Otherwise, if you want a more definitive answer from your GM, you'll need to get it through scientific method.
I think that makes sense. Scientific method. I propose stellar cartography as a focus.
Are you guys invoking scientific method to find your solution?
Let's invoke.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah,
Alright.
why not?
Waha. All right then, folks. So different.
Unfortunately, I have focuses for finding solutions, not for actually solving things.
I mean-
Investigative techniques helps me find things, but it's not a method.
I have
the
the
scientific method.
I have the weirdest focus, which isn't going to apply, which is mental prowess.
I don't think that's the problem.
Yeah, I don't think I can use my mental prowess to solve this one.
All right. So the next step is the first step before you scientific method is the observation stage, which you kind of did, but this is a way to get some momentum that could help you with this roll. Give me a second to find it.
With all the momentum that we have, which can't help us with this roll. It's locked.
Right. There it is. Observe. This is a. Do you believe this is an engineer? Do you believe the solution to your problem is an engineering, science, or medicine?
Yes.
Kind of. Yeah, we might more than likely an engineering task.
Yeah. If not engineering, then science.
Reason engineering, difficulty 1, due to the bizarre phenomenon. As you're making certain observations about what you've seen before you.
I was thinking, could I lead this one?
Sure.
No.
With it being a reason task, I was thinking trying to use my mental imaging talent, which gives me a free die.
You could, yeah. You could make some mental imaging to make your observations.
Would you allow the focus of mental prowess?
I'm
using
you
my
could, yep.
Big
you could,
brain, yeah. Such a stupid
All
thing
right,
to
big
fucking say.
brain.
Me big brain. Ooh.
Should I assist with investigative techniques?
You could.
Like, he probably doesn't need it, but it's... Let the non-engineers roll the engineering problem for a giggle.
Would you... This is
Funny.
going to be a stretch at best. Allow the trait of tried and tested? This isn't the first...
No.
Yeah.
Zero way.
I know, this it's worth asking, because none of the others will ever fit.
Commanding presence would have? No.
Yeah, I'm going to command the intermittent 6 suns to... Hey, stop!
You're gonna make them commit.
Either be or not be. There's no question. And I technically get a reroll if I want it. Do I want it?
Well...
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
flush
finish.
too, damn it.
So as a diff 1, we gain 2.
Don't you love my reason?
All right, so you made your observations, and in fact, you are able to determine that yes, engineering is a way to solve this problem.
Is there anything we can do to get a more detailed answer on that response?
You could ask me a question, and I could. For one, I'll give you some obtain information for free. But if you have a particular question you want to ask, you can totally ask that with your obtain.
Well, I've got 2 medals I can spend to create 4 bonus. So we've got a potential of a lot of extra questions and obtains. So yeah, for now, I'll spend a 1 to obtain a more detailed response.
Okay, so for one, you're able to determine that whatever technology this is, it is hyper advanced for whatever this planet is, which was able to build a city, but they don't seem to be, and they are able to manipulate interstellar matter. However, they don't seem to be warp capable. Like, if they knew what they were doing, they probably didn't know they were manipulating subspace in the first place. And that's the complication. That's like the unknown variable that probably set the whole thing into a chain reaction fallout.
So maybe they had some kind of alien influence and they just didn't deal with it correctly?
Is that a question you're asking with momentum?
Sure, I'll spend a medal and create 2 bonus and spend that for 1.
Okay. No alien influence comes apparent to you. No alien species that you're familiar with uses a similar tech. I mean, in theory, you could give someone, because it's too clumsy, whatever it is. It isn't an imperfect use of, say, a replicator or a deflector. It's a lack of understanding of the underlying science.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions? Anything at all? Because me dum-dum, so need smart people.
I think that's me today. Sometimes it is, but
Would
Oh, no, it
you
doesn't.
accept create advantages?
What sort of advantage?
Oh no, I was just asking whether you'd accept it full stop for this type of role.
In theory, but I'm not sure what advantage you'd be able to create from observations.
That it's, even though it's alien and it's not something we've done, that we have a general idea of the principle from the technology we have.
For 2, I take that. Yep, that tracks.
Yeah, if that's the case, I'll spend my other medal and just spend a straight 2 to create that advantage. Is that we have a
Okay.
relative point of beginning of where to start.
What that will do is the target number you need at the end of the scientific method has been reduced because of that. Because you kind of done some of the work. You might have already worked. The Federation may have worked in this area accidentally and not known that they were working on it.
Or some
But
of
you guys might know.
I was thinking one of the client species or
Yeah.
whatnot. They were doing something like, oh, we don't need to anymore, huh?
Yeah. Oh, we're new member world. We'll stop messing with stars now. Like, actually, that's your studies became very relevant all of a sudden, years later.
I don't know if this would work, but since you're observing the signal itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So looking at that frequency and the notes that I sent up from Efrix's device, can we determine what kind of interaction those two things would have if it would be beneficial?
For 1, you could.
We've still got the one flow, right?
Yep.
So because the harmonizer is designed to have constructive or destructive resonance or dissonance, heal the crystal or shatter the crystal. So if you resonate it, it will likely boost the signal's power, which may either make it work better than it was before, or may exacerbate the problem. If you destroy it, it'll halt the signal, but you don't know what that would do. If that would just cause a collapse, like an artificial wormhole usually has to be maintained, and if you stop maintaining it, it just collapses on itself. So maybe that would work, but there's a lot of unknowns that you have. But it would interact. It would definitely. You could use that as a medium to achieve some effect upon the crystals in a beneficial or destructive manner. It depends what your goal is.
I do have to wonder what 6 suns potentially going supernova at the same time would do.
Yeah. No, we definitely
we are in close
don't want to be
proximity
right
of
here when
that.
it happens.
Yeah, with one
I will
shield.
say to you that goo you were seeing in space, it's like it occurs to all of you as interstellar explorers that that wasn't goo. It was probably, as you say, it was probably stars that were interacting with each other and heating each other to such a degree that it was creating a haze that created a visual optical illusion that made it look as if space was melting. Like, it's an incredible amount of heat that just came into existence and stopped existing.
That is a phrase you have just said. Like space was melting.
Yep.
Oh.
Ugh.
I love sci-fi so much.
Like it's a fantastic thing to say, but just what a phrase to throw out there. Like space was melting.
Honestly, that sentence is horrifying.
Oh yeah, 100%. But it's such a fantastic one.
Like, something was, for the briefest of moments, hot enough to heat the void.
Heat the void.
That is your observation stage, folks. Unless you want to spend more of your momentum to ask me more questions.
No, I think we're fucking good.
So it becomes a character with a high skill level in the engineering discipline is designated as the research lead.
Arlen.
That's Arlen.
Gee, I wonder who that could be.
I
All
think
due
Ben should do
respect,
it.
Commander, I don't think I want to inspect the goo.
Inspect the goo.
What goo? There is no goo.
There is on the ship. It's contained within many force fields.
If we're going ahead with the scientific method, would the second part of mental imaging help with assisting? I'll post it in Discord.
Thank you. No, not really. If it was a time issue, but that's not quite what we're running into. But if this
Okay.
was an extended task, yeah, you would totally be like, hey, I can do this for a lot cheaper. But you're more doing a scientific method.
Okay, just double checking because
Yep.
it's a very situational thing that.
Yeah, that's more like the thing they were doing earlier. That would have applied to get
Right.
extra attempts.
Like I said, I don't really take part in too much of the scientific or the extended, so I don't really know.
So, hypothesis. You are encouraged to throw out ideas of what may be seeming to happening and try to fit them into focuses for the category of the problem. Research lead then chooses 3 and 5. You
3
choose
or
at
5.
least 3. You can choose more if you want, but they suggest between 3 and 5. And you can present the hypothesis. So feel free to talk among yourselves. It does not have to be a focus you have, but present some focuses that you think may solve the problem that you are currently observing.
Okay, so
Sabotaging the subspace array or the crystalline radio.
What about repairs? What if we repaired it to efficiently do what they were planning to do?
well, that
Finish
would be
their-
repaired. That'd be upgrade.
But you know what I
Finish
mean? Like,
their work.
yeah, finish their work. Actually restart their sun to an active state,
So
not supernova.
Possible. Oh, but if they're working off broken science, we might have to go back to square one to reignite their sun.
Hey, you said I got told to throw out ideas. To throw out an idea.
I mean, I think temporal mechanics certainly seems like one. Given, blinking in and out of existence seems like that kind of problem. Disagreeing with that?
No?
Thermal mechanics.
Which is both scientific and engineering when you think about it. You need the engineers to make
Did
it happen.
anyone throw out subspace fields?
No. Subspace mechanics.
Subspace mechanics, yeah. Also, possibility of stellar evolution.
Solar decay.
Temporal science.
I think we've already got temporal science.
Mm.
I should probably be writing these down, huh?
Someone should.
Yeah, you.
Temporal mechanics. What was the other one? Stellar something? Stellar decay.
Or stellar evolution. Yeah, either one.
Stellar evolution. Sorry. Same thing.
Subspace haze theory.
Subspace theory.
I mean, should we keep it at 3 for now?
3 to 4 is usually, I think, the good. Like going 5 is usually like, oh, I have no idea what this is. Let's just throw things at the wall.
What's the 4th one then?
Technical insight, figuring out how this machine is supposed to work and making it work.
Okay.
Going along with Penn's
Yeah.
idea.
There you go. Those are our 4, I think, that we're
Yeah, I
walking.
like technical insight. Yeah. I feel like we'll have it on one of these. It's just like how are we going to narrow it down after? I don't know. That's an issue for future us. In a couple of minutes.
Research lead. Is that your decision? Are those 4 you are choosing?
Those are the 4 I'm choosing. Final answer.
A correct answer is present.
Okay.
Oh, not even an out of the box, just an actual correct answer.
A correct
Right.
answer is present.
Yep, one of the 4. We now need to actually do the roll part.
All right. Which one should I run with first?
You're the project lead.
Yep.
Here, yeah. it's
Gonna
up to
leave
you.
this for you.
People can assist, but they have to have at least 2 in engineering to be of any help.
I think we all have at least a 2 in engineering, don't we?
I have a 3.
What about you?
Has a
Thrall?
2.
You have a
Also
2?
the
Okay.
three.
Hell yeah, I think everyone else has a 3.
I also have a 3.
Yes.
We are a very engineering heavy ship.
All right.
Weirdly, yeah.
Well, I think it's because we were so non-engineering focused last season.
Yeah. Also, this
Oh.
is an NX ship. Everyone has to know a little bit about how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the big one.
It could break at any
character.
time.
Going. Yeah. Let's just go with technical insight. Figure out how this machine was supposed to work in the first place.
In that case, if that's the focus we're going with, would I be able to apply my reverse engineering focus when I
No, it has to be the target focus of the testing phase.
Okay.
So you're
That
in
is-
step 3. You're
that's fair.
basically testing against that focus. So
Nope, that's fair.
Okay.
What's the
technical insight is
Reason-
his target.
Technical insight and reason engineering.
Oh, it's a reason. Oh.
Could we use presence, depending on
Could use
person?
insight.
I'll take insight. That's 1 higher than
I'll take reason.
I'll take insight. It's 2 higher.
Insight 9, reason 8.
Yeah, I'll take the reason
And
11.
Take a threat. Reroll that bugger. There we go.
Yes.
Ooh,
So
Stralic.
we don't have a focus, correct? Unless we have the actual thing.
Right.
Unless you have the actual
Correct.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
just setting it, making sure.
I hate Caval.
Oh, am I actually helping? Okay.
If you want to,
Um,
you've got the engineering score to
yeah.
help.
You don't have to help. But we
Everyone else is
appreciate
rolling
it.
without a focus as well.
Dude, we're at 8
Yeah.
so far.
Somehow.
As all of you are examining the various engineering briefs you've all sat in on or taught, it's like, wait, even medical knows this stuff? Yes, this is a very advanced starship you're on,
Or, I mean,
Mhm.
it's also
or even Romulan
particularly
stuff.
our background.
Yeah.
So
Holy
that's
shit, the fact
9.
we all assisted. What?
9 successes.
Yeah.
You may continue. However,
Hmm.
2 threat is being spent. And
Uh-oh.
Happening.
That's a cooking noise.
you hear bits of the wall cooking away as the biogel packs exude out of the walls. As you can even see from the viewer behind you, a bloom of light that just engulfs all stars. Do. Hold on, I have to find out how many dice it was again.
Did we get our shields
Hi.
back?
Yeah.
No, but we did
No.
Was
change
this a
scene.
new scene?
Yeah, we did change scene though.
8, 9.
It would have been
Technically,
down
your,
one.
your
Do
shield
shields
would have
refresh
reset.
from scenes?
They
Yeah.
would have, yep.
Shields refresh
At
between
1,
scenes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And so does
It's
my
10.
precautions
You rolled
ability.
10.
My precautions
10,
ability is also once per scene.
See, that's far worse than last time.
1, 2, 3, 4,
I-
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
That doesn't
12.
get through our resistance. Does it?
This
It doesn't.
part of the
That's
threat spend
piercing.
was to
Got it.
pierce through your shields. That
So
is
12?
12. Is that enough to knock out your shields to 0?
Nope.
No.
You
We
were
have
looking at a
16.
breach.
I am going to prevent that breach.
Is that per scene?
Precautions. It's per scene.
GM's gonna not like that very soon.
That's fucking
People
hilarious.
rush around and start. It's you can already see Thrall kind of
Yeah,
as you're
I've
talking. You
got
see the bloom,
crew
and
with,
Thrall
like-
just kind of looks down and taps at something, and then looks back
Yeah.
up again.
crew with like mobile cooling packs hosing down the gel stuff.
People in hazmat suits running around with these big cannons and just spraying cryo gel onto all the walls.
The fact
Mhm.
that's per scene.
Yeah, it's.
That is.
I
that
love
is-
this talent.
that is
Your
sick.
shields
I
have been
love it.
reduced down
To
by-
4.
To 4,
to
yeah.
4.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
to reiterate, that was 9 hits on technical insight. You may continue.
So
Let's just continue on this one more our bat, but I'm not gonna spend any threat into it.
yeah, so I think if I remember correctly, if you hit 15 and you still not got it, it's not worth.
Yeah.
I want to
Like-
take one more swing at this.
9 is on the kind of like the mid to lowish end, if I recall.
I will clarify mechanically for you because that's
'Cause it's been a bit.
the range is typically 1 to 10.
Hmm.
It can go higher, but that is incredibly edge case rare.
And
I mean,
he did say
all of
earlier,
it.
due to the advantage spend, that it was reduced by 1 the final.
Was reduced by 1. Yeah.
So should we try
Yeah.
something else? Because that effectively we've just hit
Yeah.
a 10.
If that's 10 and it's incredibly rare, I think we should try something else then. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Stellar or evolution.
Do you want me to back out of assisting to do shield stuff?
Please.
Yeah.
Actually,
Just like-
let's do subspace. This thing is messing up subspace.
Yeah, I think
and subspace
subspace.
radius.
Hey, Rylo,
Let's do subspace.
Wherever. Yeah.
take my determination and just put it into the roll somehow.
Resolving the shield roll first as you're regenerating shield. Are you remodulating or are you trying to recover shields?
Recover. It doesn't matter how much I remodulate if we only have 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus all that piercing.
I'm going to give him my determination. I am the calm in the storm.
You're doing your CO give determination?
Yeah.
You don't have to indicate. You just
Okay,
give.
fair enough.
However, it is nice
sure.
thematically.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
this
calmly
will-
telling you.
Well, screw you. Regenerating shields uses up 1 power. Control engineering. Difficulty of 1, assisted by structure plus engineering.
Tactical systems.
No, it's an internal system.
It's the shields.
I know. It does not fall under raising and lowering the shields is a tactical decision. Modulating the shields, it's a tactical decision. But regenerating power into the shield grid is an engineering problem.
You
That is
also
so
have
weirdly
two.
divided.
You have 2 determinations.
No, I don't. I spent 1 earlier.
Oh, you have a determination then.
Oh, do I be cheeky? I could be cheeky. I could give myself a focus with a determination to see if I keep the determination.
Go on then.
Good.
Give myself an internal systems focus for not dying. Because I'm pretty sure, as much as survival is neat, I don't think it applies here.
No.
Mhm.
Survival would be get out of here.
Yeah.
don't be
keep
here
it.
anymore.
I don't keep.
Nah,
it,
we're
but
gonna
I
try
do
and
have
solve it.
appropriate whatever.
Now you should probably spend some momentum or threat.
And then I can.
Would you like to still have that determination? This time I'm gonna ask.
Sure.
Right, spend 3.
Because this seems like prudent to our
Yeah.
survival.
Yeah, exactly.
Control engineering with a focus, and then we don't have mission directives unless they changed because of
No, not
You're
yet.
You're only sitting on Prime Directive. You haven't gotten to
Dying.
your new mission area.
and not dying isn't in the prime directive.
No.
Weirdly,
That's in the
Our
sub-directive.
survival's not paramount.
yeah.
I mean, you're supposed to blow up the ship rather than violate the prime directive, so your survival's really not paramount. Or CVS.
Heyo.
Yeah.
Given he was kind of getting up out of the chair and going to the shields before Penn was like, "Do that." You can't sit around and wait for help. He's not waiting for someone else to do it. He's just getting up and doing this.
Yes, I will take that.
And then, yeah. Yeah, I'll give you 2. Why not?
2 threat.
Yep. So 4.
Hits. And then roll your. Oh wait, roll your thing again, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Veteran.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Damn.
That's like the worst veteran role I've had in a while.
Ryloth seems
So-
worse at being a veteran. I don't know.
So you hit it, right? Is diff 1.
Then I've got 3.
So you, for succeeding at all, 2 of your shields come back. For each additional momentum you spend, 2 more come back.
Spend all 3 that you just got.
Yep. So we're up to 12.
1, 2.
Do you know what? We'll spend the other 2 and put it back up to full then.
12, 13, 14. That put us up to full.
Another bloom of light.
Damn it.
My God.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Still have 2 shields.
Yep, still have shield.
I'll have 2 shields.
Although a breach is happening now, unfortunately for you.
Yeah.
Can't have a medal to stop that.
It was good while it lasted.
Starfleet Decoration of Gallantry wants permission whenever a character or ship suffers damage is half the amount of damage inflicted.
It's still gonna be a breach, but yeah, that is nice.
That does mean we've still got more shields, yeah.
Can we
Okay, so
stack
you're
that?
spending that to try to recover some of your shields, but
Hold on. Can more than one of us spend that medal if we have it?
yes, so it would be down to a quarter.
All right,
I
I'll
think
spend
I have
mine
it
as well.
7,
You only need 2 people to do it.
Yeah, if that's the case.
Yeah.
7.
Oh my god.
So what? That takes us to 7 down to 3.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Well, it's 3.5. Is that 3 or 4 damage?
We'll call it 4.
Okay, so we have 12 shields.
Both shields.
No breach.
I imagine that's, right. Arlen and Thrall, grabbing the stuff and starting to hose down the walls themselves too.
So yeah, I think we should need to start making some rolls.
Yeah.
All right. Definitely some time. I'm to spend a determination.
Hmm.
And I think it said
nothing-
subspace theory, correct?
Subspace
Yep.
Ace Theory roll. Determination. Nothing's perfect. Only better than it was. Well,
Yep.
we didn't get perfect. We don't have to get it perfect. We just have to get it to stop messing up. And nope, I'm not gonna give you threat. I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah,
Ballsy.
considering that activating the kill button only takes like 2 threat.
Yeah.
It's expensive to create a threat hazard like that,
Yeah.
but to reactivate it again, it's just 2 threat. They're just making the
Oh, yeah,
hazard
no.
active again.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
But
I was like,
it
in theory, you're
hurt.
right. It's possible that it won't happen again, especially if I have 0 threat.
4, 6,
Yeah.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So just the Thralic and Caval to assist.
Re-rolling mine because I have maximized efficiency.
Does that help with assists?
Yes, it allows me to re-roll specifically assists.
Oh, screw me. Never mind.
Caval.
It doesn't allow me to do anything else, basically.
So
9.
that's effectively
Wait, it
10.
does technically have another ability.
9 again.
Yeah. 9 again. 10.
And we generate right. Maximized efficiency. I never remember the last half of it. Technically, we get 1 bonus momentum.
Hey.
We have an answer. Which one was this that we're going through?
Subspace
Subspace
theory.
Okay, so we went through technical insights, and then we found. Whoops.
So if the problem the group of you are able to determine that if it's a subspace effect that's causing the excess bleed, then you don't necessarily need to destroy the crystal. It's already doing what it's trying to do. It's just not accounting for the hidden variable of subspace. You are able to manipulate subspace all you like. That's how warp drives work. That's how deflector shields work. So you just can manipulate the subspace around the target area and contain it, much like you would a matter antimatter reaction, and that should, in theory, complete the process they were aiming for. It could reform. It could complete the stellar forming that they were attempting.
Be like putting a specialized control valve over a faucet.
Or a certain color filter so we get the right shade of light.
Yes, we can
Tuning
come
it
up
to
with
the
all
right
sorts
frequency
of
Or a subspace bubble around an unstable sun.
we can come up with all sorts of comparisons after we've done it and not died.
Like putting too much air in a balloon.
So, news
Not that
scene.
one.
Oh,
Hey,
You
we,
have your
precaution,
answer.
that's
Now you need to do it.
we technically
Or-
had a bonus for that last roll.
Yeah, we did have a bonus if we wanted to spend
Is
that,
there anything you were going to do with that bonus given the testing you performed?
but-
Could we ask specifically what we need to do?
I just told you.
Or is there a modulation we need to do? Or is there a modulation we could do to the deflectors to make them more effective?
So what you're looking at, and this one being obtained information. You're asking the GM, what's the task? I'm like, the task roll is blah. The task roll you're looking at. I'm gonna make sure I'm not feeding you a bad answer here. 1 second. I can find my document. That'd be awesome. Where is it?
I can't believe we got through 3 of those rolls without a fucking breach.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
You guys should have eaten a lesser ship without contingency plans would have eaten like friggin' 6 breaches over this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
At least, if not more. So you're looking at that no, okay. So control, sorry. No, it's control. This is a fine. You need to be very precise about what you're doing here. You can't muck about. Security, because you're using the deflector dish, or engineering, because you're manipulating the warp field around you to kind of sew up space, if you will, and create a nice little juicy packet of stellar stardust.
A weird way to describe a star.
It's been a day for weird descriptions.
Yeah,
Space is melting.
I've had an interesting day.
I mean, I'm here for it. I'm totally here for it.
Oh yeah, we all are.
Control
Yeah.
plus security or engineering, difficulty 5, assisted by structure plus security or engineering, depending on how you're going about it. Either you're using the deflector dish to manipulate subspace, or you're using the warp bubble effect you can generate from your nacelles to do it.
Well,
In theory, Khan could do it, but your complication range would go like up to 5, because you're literally getting the fly and warp in a sphere and hopefully not
Yeah.
screw up.
well, ship-wise, structure security would be its strongest by 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'd be inclined to with this ship. Say
You
security,
can back
probably.
me up with your engineering.
could I? Well, first of all, take off the overclock on the computer if that wasn't explicitly done before.
Yeah, it would have faded off when that scene ended.
Okay.
Or does it? Does it fade off at the end of scene?
Nope. It stays for the
Oh,
mission.
God.
It stays for mission or until I turn it off.
Okay, so you're turning it off.
I am turning it off.
Okay. That's cool and scary at the same time. It's like, oh, we forgot about that. The GM didn't. Oh no.
Why is it still
At
at
least it
comfort?
expires at the end of the mission. So it's not just like, 3 episodes
God,
later. I
that
never
has
did that.
such a room. Any fucking random jack-off ensign that tried to do something with the computers just then could have complicated because they were redlined.
God.
Do we want? Actually, wait. There's no work roll after this, so there's no use in generating a bonus momentum after the fact. So yeah,
No.
let's just hit this.
Notice something. Oh no.
Hey, Captain.
Yeah. Or commander.
Is it that some jack-off ensign did something with the computer?
Composure?
No.
Mental.
Actually, yes. Actually, composure would apply for the thing I just realized.
I
was actually wrong. Red line only lasts till the end of the scene.
Okay, that's less scary.
Okay.
I'll
That's
have.
less scary.
I'm gonna give you 1 for the reroll. And because
Can
we're
you
in a
hear
new,
that? It sounds like space is sizzling.
Yeah, but we have the precaution back, so go fuck yourself.
True. That's so many dice, too. That was so expensive to buy.
Yeah. I mean, I got to use my cool ability.
Mm-hmm. So the one thing I'll point out to you, Captain, is that given the maneuver you're about to attempt, red alert would be prudent
Understood.
because it warns people that their lives are in peril.
Yeah, I think that's just a player forgetting, oh shit, we actually need to do things. Ship, red alert. Mr. Rylov, Commander Thorlick, Lieutenant Arlen. Let's get this up. Let's get this done.
Yes, sir.
Captain.
Hi, Captain.
Romulan should we just cloak and leave?
I mean, that's fair, but apparently this motherfucker's moving.
So moving towards Narendra? I don't think so.
So what direction you going, friends?
Security.
Yeah, that's like
Security.
I said, ship-wise, it's our best roll, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's what we have to go with.
It's our. It makes
I
sense.
think it makes sense.
for what the ship is.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we've got buffed as hell security systems. Like, thematically, the deflector's pretty solid.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am sure at some point you could just put it to full strength and go through a torpedo and just be like, heh, funny joke.
Yeah.
The question is, I mean, if I give him the threat and then pass the roll, we don't need to worry about getting nuked, right?
Well, we also have the 3 momentum, and
Yeah, we do.
assuming at least 1 or 2 assists, because I'll
Yeah.
Thralic and
Yeah,
Alan.
So, I'm bold. So,
1 and 2.
yeah, 1 and 2. Tactical systems focus.
Yes.
This is actually a tactical system this time. Haha.
True. Very much so.
Team
And
dynamics
I
here for the
assist.
assist.
Say again. You say, can
Go
I
ahead, Thralic.
assist? And I lost you.
Go ahead, Thralic. You go first.
Oh, team dynamics for my assist here.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's actually a hit. I forgot to change it back to security. 16 hits.
Oh my god. We've already hit it.
And gained 1.
Momentum?
And 1 bonus.
Can I assist with EPS systems to monitor the power flow to the direct deflector dish?
You totally could.
Okay. So we actually generated 2 off of that.
And a
3
bonus
off-
from Thralic.
Yeah. It's so maximized efficiency is I can re-roll my assist die, and if I generate 1 or more successes on my assist die, the character who's leading the roll gains a bonus momentum if the task is successful.
That is tailor made for assisting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of why I've been asking for Thralic to assist with everything. I like trying to throw her in.
I really want to mechanically build her to be the very kind of like hands-on commander. You know?
Yeah. Why are you?
As the deflector heats up, blooming with light, it fires invisible energy into space, into the black emptiness, the void between stars, and begins to warp the unseen subspace, helping meld and mush and mold stars into one star.
This little
And
light
as
of
they slowly
mine.
come together with one last flash of light, goo begins to pour from the walls.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have precautions back, so
Yeah.
we'll see how this goes.
2, 3, 4,
Yeah, it's not enough there, bud.
11. Sounds like 11.
Is that with how much piercing?
That's enough piercing to go through your regular resistance.
Yeah.
Of
So
8 resistance.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
expensive.
yeah.
was
Wait.
that piercing 4 in each effect or something?
No, it just straight up pierced this. How much are you trying to pierce? This much? Here's how much that you spend to pierce it.
So
Yeah.
we still have 5 left, and Tholic's talent means you don't breach us.
Yes. Although I do have to narratively describe how it works, and I've had to ramp this up each time. So now it's I have a bunch of security teams running around hot swapping out gel packs as they're overheating, as well as all the other things that are currently going on.
Like in EV suits.
Yeah. Because each time it hits us, I put in a new set of precautions, basically, narratively.
I like how we've just made a Voltron star.
Yeah.
It didn't change
And
colors,
like
though.
so much clay, you have melded a star and have achieved the first that you're ever aware of a stellar formation from a supernova in progress. The signal stops. The crystals dull in their light as energy stops flowing through them.
Well,
The star
congratulations,
system
Captain.
now has a star.
Congratulations, Captain. It's a star.
Before we do anything else, we have a bonus float and we have momentum. How much do we have to spend to get fully detailed reports of what the shit just happened?
That's what you've just done. It will cost you nothing to have that information because that's what that whole scientific method was. You guys spent your characters probably spent a considerable amount of time talking among yourselves, organizing testing people, occasionally having walls being hosed down with cryogel, having things being hot swapped. Like you've been a very busy ship.
No, I mean like physically, like we have the readings that we could send off like this.
Wouldn't cost you. I wouldn't charge you for it.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't charge you for that. You've done all the hard work to get that information. At most, I'd charge you
have a
1 if I was
suggestion.
being picky about it. But
Can suggestion?
go ahead.
Possibly now that the city's powered are down, there are relics and information and books and data drives of the culture or who made this system in the first place, so we can do an archaeological recovery of their culture.
You could do that for 2. Create that advantage, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
To go, it's not new life, but it's old life.
I mean, it's new to us. It's just not currently alive.
I mean, it's also a mission we can set for the not the license.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we fucking found it, they can go do the rest.
The carrot,
Exactly.
which is science and so. Yeah, could we create a mission
Yeah,
for this
seems like
for the
a carrot
carrot?
You could. You could
Yeah,
totally do that.
I like that as
Yeah.
tying it all together. And they're like,
That way, I mean, they spent all this effort to try to preserve their culture. It didn't work, but at least we could remember them.
Oh no, they did. They were successful. They might have
Yeah.
died, but they preserved.
They did preserve the culture, so yeah.
It's almost like they knew what the cost was going to be.
I mean, you don't
Our
put all
teams-
14 million people in one city.
repair teams Gamma through news, stand down.
How many teams is that?
A lot.
I think it's 4 more? I don't know, my Greek alphabet is a little rusty.
Yeah. So we're being
Oh,
hailed.
we are?
On screen?
If it can be put on screen.
Oh, that's what I'm asking.
GM, is this an on-screenable? Oh, it is. Oh, hey. Okay.
This is
so
Render
stop
Station to U.S.S. Achilles. Are you all right?
That system we took a detour to, we just made a star.
A star?
We forwarding data to you. With possible future mission for Carrick, please hold. And he'll... I think it would be Rylov would be sending this?
Oh, yeah, because I've got to encrypt it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
You encrypt it and send it. I'll save you that one.
Okay.
Please look over data because, as far as we know, this is the first time anything like this has ever been achieved.
This is incredible. We were seeing huge blooms of energy coming from your last known location. We were about to mount a rescue mission until, well, we found your signal and we detected you on long range on extreme sensors. That's why we tried to hail you.
Yeah, that was 6 suns trying to melt us at once.
Right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. He just
Full
looks at. He
congratulations
taps at
are
us.
due to the Achilles Hazard teams who kept us in one piece throughout that.
I don't think that is the general expected use for the hoplites.
Right. Well, not to get too much back to business, but is your ship still serviceable?
Internals?
Yeah, can I check the internals? Any lasting damage?
You can look up the Achilles character sheet to check for any breaches that were created.
So none.
None.
Done. Thanks to Commander Thralick's actions, we are at 100%, Captain.
It seems we're perfectly fine after what happened.
Well,
Very well. I see you have a requisition for the Carrick to come by. I will concur with that. Continue on your last heading. Congratulations. Carrick now has something they've probably been dying to do this entire time. So thank you for giving them something that they're specialized to deal with.
Well, glad we could assist.
Narendra out.
yeah, if they'd come here first, they really would have been dying. Quiet.
Yeah, I like it. As soon as the comms ends, he says that out loud. It's like, all right, yep, that sounds about right.
I mean, it's accurate, but damn, dude.
Rock just kind of slumps a little bit in the exo chair.
Ven also slumps a little
Listen,
bit.
we just about died. I get to grumble.
Oh, yeah.
Pen taps a shipboard. Communications. Alpha shift is now over. Beta shift, good luck. He's going to his quarters.
Beta ship, good luck.
And that will be the end of our episode.